sponsors, so I'll get that out of the way. We have Initiative Coffee Company.
Ooh. I drank it all already.
It's
so good.
And we also have our friends at Elderwood Academy. If you guys haven't seen the gift that I posted on Twitter, I would recommend it because apparently it's blowing up right now.
Dude, I saw the same gift on Reddit.
Of the
one that you sent us.
Of the
hex, and then the one in that.
Yeah. That may have been Quentin.
Yeah.
It might have been. I don't know. But yeah, I'm calling it the hex chest nesting dolls or the nesting hex chests.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's been everybody has been asking about it.
Sorry, I didn't realize the volume was on.
Celine's watching it right now.
I am, because every time I looked at the group chat, I was like somewhere where I couldn't watch a video. And now it's
But yes, everybody who is asking, they're currently not a production thing. You can't get them. They're not adding them to the website. I don't know if they ever will, but they are making one for me.
Yeah.
So,
they're so teeny tiny!
I know, they get really quite small.
Well, the dice are right. I have a set.
I
saw those. I don't know.
Yeah, those ones. Have you had those?
Yeah, but this is... Well, Quentin,
like
when I talked to Quentin about it, he had said he'd never seen them in any color other than gold. And I said, I have a set in silver. And people were like, what? And then I showed the super tiny hex chest nano. So.
Tiny D20.
You're gonna lose.
Gonna play with it tonight?
Well, I'm not gonna lose it.
Keep it in the box.
Yeah.
It's just gonna steal it.
Oh, that's fair. That might happen. 19.
Alright. So. I have these dice out.
12.
So last
20
time
every time.
here on Evrand, the real trick is he can't actually read it, so he's just saying that it's 20 every time because it's too small.
Who's gonna stop me?
So last time on Evrand, the party descended into the Grotto of Forbearance, deep beneath the Shrine of Tears, a once sacred and remaining sacred to this day shrine/temple to Elmater. But it required the willing sacrifice of time and tears by Sorrow, the tiefling prophet
yourself cry
of Elmater.
Was her name always Sorrow? Or did she change it to Sorrow because she had to cry so much?
You don't know.
We didn't ask.
Ah!
We're not sensitive like that until later.
Yeah, Brina just asked how she made herself cry every night.
Yeah.
And then they decided to go down. They had a pretty harrowing fight with some skeletons beneath, but they were greeted by a greater shadow and a pretty nasty specter, a dread specter, and they almost caused some potential death, mostly to Brina, because her strength was, I think, a 4.
I think so. You went down by 6, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it was a 4.
And if it goes to 0, you die.
You just die. I had to use how many inspirations?
A lot.
Celine gave me the inspiration that saved you with the natural 20.
No, that was
Evil Game.
That was Evil Game.
You were talking about.
Oh, totally different.
Wrong game.
Totally different game. You are correct.
Yep, that happened.
So then the party managed to, though, through some good tactics, and now nobody got killed by the shadow, and thus became a shadow themselves.
Yep.
Managed to retrieve the Martyr's Heart, ascend back to the surface, give it to Sorrow. She was able to conduct a ritual, and in doing so, was able to seal the Grotto of Forbearance forever, never allowing it to be corrupted, and forever letting it maintain in Ilmater's glory. So the party traveled back to the town of Wickham, south from the Grotto of Forbearance, a couple days' travel, where they met with an elated Brother Drander. Sorrow was excited to finally actually be able to experience life rather than... she was more than willing to sacrifice her time and her life in favor of her god.
But now she doesn't have to.
Now she doesn't have to.
Thanks to us.
Brother Drander took the party towards a cliff or a small mountain not too far east from the town of Wickham, and showed them a keep known as Valeguard Spire. It was once basically a fortress protected by a group known as the Order of the Valeguard, a protective force that was surrounding the Bafander Forest and the Southern Heartlands, and they basically were just wholly good kind of, I don't want to call them necessarily white knights, but like a protector of those two areas.
Yeah.
And in doing so, unfortunately, several of them were slain while trying to deal with a dragon in the south, as well as just over time, people not taking up that mantle. Not everyone is set out to take up that adventuring life. That one glows in the dark.
Most people aren't built for that.
Yeah. So that all happened, and Brother Drander said, "I would like to repay you, but clearly the area needs some protection. Could I convince you all to stay? Or not to stay, but could I convince you all to take up the mantle of Valeguard? And in doing so, I can provide you with these rings." And they were given the ring of the Valeguard, as everyone but Rev accepted. Surprising. So he said, "The keep is also yours for the keeping, but it does need some work."
Yes.
So he has agreed. I mentioned it, I think, after the fact, but he has a ring, and he has 8 rings total. He gave you each a ring. He has one, and Sorrow has one. The way the rings work is there is an amethyst and a sapphire in the ring. You can choose to activate. I'll have to double check. It is all on your D&D Beyond character sheets, which is another reason why you guys should keep those. Yeah. That is the thing. Yeah, well, of course, the one character I'm looking at is Rev, who doesn't have one. So let me jump on to Brina here, and we'll find out exactly what it does. Equipment. Ring of the Valeguard. Delicate white gold ring is set with 2 interlocking gems, an amethyst and a sapphire. The ring provides one-way travel to Valeguard Spire's teleportation mosaics on the top floor. It allows for error-free teleportation and functions across planes.
Nice.
When the amethyst glows, the wearer hears an identifiable voice calling them to return to Wickham. If the wearer chooses to heed this call, they instantly appear on the top floor of Valeguard Spire on any of the teleportation mosaics. The being who called the wearer must also be standing on one of those mosaics. There are no limits on how often the amethyst can be used. The sapphire allows the wearer to return to Valeguard Spire at will, but that only functions once a month. And as a reminder, in Evrand, months are 40 days.
Cool.
So you can be called and answer the call, and that's for free as many times as you need it to be, as long as there's someone there to do the calling. You can choose to use the sapphire to get back once a month.
Right.
Any effects that would limit teleportation magic affect the ring, and it radiates conjuration magic. You each have one. He has the remaining 3 in his little box.
Alright.
I wrote that I have advantage against fright.
Yes, so you also, because you all joined the Valeguard, which is also on your D&D Beyond character sheets, you are all given Valeguard's Resolve. As a reaction, when representing the Valeguards in the service of the Southern Heartlands or the Bafander Forest, you can use Valeguard's Resolve ability to roll with advantage any effects that would impose the frightened condition. You can use this a number of times per day, equal to your proficiency bonus.
And that's only in the...
When representing the Valeguard in service of the Southern Heartlands or the Bafander Forest.
Okay.
Perhaps,
Right.
were you to continue to grow in renown and extend your services beyond, that would also grow with you.
Okay, yeah, we need to our notoriety will proceed.
Correct. And then people will know, or they'll want your protection. Granted, it is currently the 3 of you, Sorrow and Brother Drander.
Yeah.
There are 3 other rings.
Yeah, which we should take.
He's going to hang on to them.
We should take one.
Because he can... Oh, you're going to take one?
One of them.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll talk about
So that was happening. So you guys had gone up and down inside the spire. So from the outside, it appears to be a 3-story spire. Tower. What? Yes. So you guys had found on your way down that there was a vault in the basement. Hi, Buff. I need to get your nails cut, girl.
And so we were going to go check out the vault.
Yes, and that is where we ended last time. You guys had
Yes.
gone down into the vault. Now, you have heard, through some of you having heard some things about the history of the Valeguards, or maybe some filling in by Brother Drander, that the vaults are not necessarily the same as, like, the armory.
Ooh,
There supposedly was, in history, they say, that the Valeguards had a massive armory. They had temple, and a few other things.
Okay.
But only those that proved their loyalty in the name of the Valeguard were gained access to those. The vault, where you guys are, is down below the main floor. So in this floor with the vault,
Correct.
you can see down here there are several tables kind of here. There are 12 tables, and they are covered in amethyst and sapphire mosaics, not unlike the teleportation mosaics found on the roof.
Okay.
But there does seem to be a few things sitting on these tables. I will tell you what those things are.
That stuff magic.
You see the 3 of you, because Rev waits outside. Because he's just like, whatever, I don't care.
Okay. Well, he can't come in. He's not allowed.
He's not allowed, you're right. He can't come down here anyway. He can come into the main floor, but he can't come down.
Right. So he's on the main floor still.
It's whatever. I don't care. I just want to find my target. But,
Decent. Yeah.
I've known Sean for a long time. He gets cranky sometimes, especially when he doesn't have sleep. Believe me.
I believe it.
So, you guys see on a couple of these mosaics. Oh, I should also say, I don't know if you saw this, Lee. This is the symbol, the Valeguard symbol. It's just a kind of a shield with a red, the yellow on the inside, or gold.
Yeah. And then white.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if you really wanted to attempt to take that and kind of do something in the empty space, I mean, you guys are the only ones. So if you had thoughts, just to keep that in the back of your mind. Still got to keep the red, still got to keep the gold, but if you want to add something to kind of brand yourself as like the new Order of the Valeguard or whatever you want to call yourselves, I mean, you could still continue to be the Valeguards or the Order of the Valeguard, but if you want to try to be like, we're the new Order of the Valeguard.
Yeah. It's like revamped an old comic book.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's thoughts to think about.
We'll think about it.
You
just throw some grapes in there for Concord.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So you see on these tables there is what looks like a flail. It is got a typical flail head, as one would expect.
Nice.
But the chain itself is gold, and the handle has kind of gold filigree and sort of symbolism and I guess even symbology, if you will, of the Valeguard along it. Kind of the pommel has that symbol on it, and it's kind of interlaced up and down. That is one item that you see. There are a few others. Let me pull them up. You see a belt. Oh, come on, belt. Right up at the top here. All right, this belt is very worn. You would know that the flail, by the way, is definitely magic, but the magic is sort of oscillating, like it hasn't decided what it is yet.
All right.
The belt is transmutation magic. It is a brown leather belt, but it is very worn, and it almost looks like it shouldn't be able to stay together. Like it's seemingly structurally sound from a distance, but it looks almost like scraps woven together. and the thread that's kind of weaving this whole thing together is yellow. So there's that. There is also a flask.
Ooh, I like that.
It's green.
Not for you, kiddo.
Hey.
It's green.
It is green. It's like but it's like a metallic green.
Ooh.
What else do I want to give you guys?
What kind of is this magic?
Yes, that is a mixture, like a half and half of evocation and necrotic damage, or necrotic magic rather.
Oh no! I put the flask back down.
Oh wait, there was one more that I wanted. Maybe was there two more?
Give that one to Rev.
Yeah.
Hang on. It is.
What is evocation for?
When you invoke things.
Oh, cool.
There is a pair of gloves.
Ooh. Did they let you climb on walls?
No, but
I already have slippers.
Yeah, but I could have the whole set.
That seems great.
and there is one.
You didn't need them. You could just do it.
As long as you don't stop.
Yeah, I was like, I can't just chill there. I have to keep moving.
Yeah, but you just keep moving.
Could I just like run circles on the ceiling?
I
Because that
think-
way I'm just like.
You have to spend another key point to do that.
like
No, you don't have to spend key points to do it. I think you'd have to be high enough up and like in a domed room. Because
Yeah.
it technically is if you don't end on solid. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's if you don't end on solid ground at the end of your turn, or like if you're on water or on a wall, you fall.
Yeah.
But I guess theoretically, right, if you're running in a circle and you could just like start running down, like Lucio in Overwatch. Anybody,
Right,
You know,
yes,
like
yeah.
you gotta keep like you start going down, but you can keep going back up, but as
Right.
long as you've got a place to run. That's my thought anyway.
You gotta turn gravity sideways.
More or less. There is also a ladle.
A ladle?
Was there anything
So-
about the gloves? We didn't finish talking about
Oh yeah, the gloves. They're sort of vibrating. Like there's nothing there, but they're kind of vibrating. The ladle
They're magical massage gloves.
is silver, and its make is dwarven, clearly, and it is stamped with sort of symbols of Moradin.
Ooh.
Is there anything else that might be enough? I think.
Ooh. I'm immediately drawn to the ladle.
I'm curious about these gloves. I have so many things on my hands though.
Yeah.
I have wraps and knuckles. I
Yeah.
can use gloves.
People are gonna start thinking
Just
you're
make
real
them
weird.
super fast.
Gloves of speed.
Oh, and there's a belt.
Extra action.
Another
An
belt.
extra attack.
This simple belt is unassuming black leather, and you can see that on the inside, kind of where your stomach would be or your waist, is a diamond etched into it. They're stitched into it.
Ooh.
So, who's going to what?
Flail.
Okay.
And the worn belt, maybe.
The ladle.
Okay. So as you go to pick up, where's it? Which page did I write it on? Yeah. Okay. As you pick up the flail, you are immediately transported to another place in time.
Ooh.
You guys don't hear. He's still there.
Okay.
But this happens in like a split second.
Sure,
but
sure.
for you, it's longer.
Sorry.
You find yourself in darkness, and a light comes on. 4 doors in front of you. Door on the far left, symbol of Ilmater on that door. Second door, symbol of Tyr. Third door, symbol of Torm. Fourth door, totally blank.
Ooh.
And you just know innately that you need to make a choice.
You go for the tier door.
Interesting. Okay. So you go through the door, the tier door, and you come out the other side, and you're back in your body. And there's like a little, and on the kind of the flail head, there's a little tier symbol.
Nice. You're about to implant that into somebody permanently. I pick up the ladle.
Okay, so the ladle.
Well, I haven't seen one of these suckers in a long time.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. All right, I pick it up then.
Yeah, it's a really well-made ladle. It's magic.
Yeah.
Brain shingling.
Well, I'm gonna have to make some soup.
I was gonna say, you feel like it is a ladle, so until
Yeah, use
you use it for ladling, it may not activate its innate magical abilities.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. You grab the
Hanging on one of my spikes.
funky. You grab the quakey gloves.
I'm debating between the quaking gloves and the belt.
Which belt?
The brown one.
How vibrating are these gloves?
Yeah.
Well, you don't feel vibrations, but they look like they're quaking.
I'm gonna take the gloves.
Okay. You have the gloves. They are sort of like there's like a faint vibration. Like if you were wearing thick gloves and like your phone was vibrating in your hand. But you're not wearing them, so that's what you got.
You might want to think about those gloves for a while before you put them on.
Okay.
Just saying. You never know if something's cursed and then you don't
That's
have
true.
fingernail. Oh, wait. No, wait. You
I
don't
got
have
fingernails.
fingers. Jeez, fingernails.
I do.
She
They're
has
made of smoky quartz.
amethyst. There's smoky quartz fingernails from a trinket from Hank. So.
Oh, don't do that.
What?
You shoot me.
I did make a gun noise.
You did. You went.
That's just the cocking noise. It's not the shooting noise.
So. What else?
Which
Brown
belt
belt.
do you want? Oh, you get okay.
You got the brown belt?
Yeah.
Do you want the belt
As
or the
you
flask?
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
As you
Okay.
pick up this belt, the yellow thread,
Mhm.
begins to, it looks normal, but you see on kind of where the buckle would be, the thread kind of begins to stitch itself together into a pattern that looks
What are you doing for my D20?
like this.
Oh no.
Oh.
More like that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I haven't put it on.
That's
Natural
Oh man.
And then it.
Hey! Look at that. It's lucky now. Don't touch it. All right. 6. All right. Cool. 2's good.
Number of the beast. This guy.
That's right.
So it's just a 1. A D20 with a 1.
And then it just goes back.
Oh.
It stitches itself back up like a regular belt.
Oh.
So he's grabbing the other belt.
Okay, the black one with the diamond. So, you have it. It doesn't seem currently in your hands like it's doing anything specific. Yeah, that's what you got.
Okay.
All right. I pick up the flask and I begin to meditate on it.
Okay, you meditate on the flask for an hour.
We do the same thing with the belt.
Gloves.
Okay, so a couple of things. We'll start with the flask. The flask is a flask of endless life.
Woo!
It does require attunement. It has 3 charges. Someone attuned and drink from the flask as an action and regain 3d4 hit points.
Wow. That's pretty darn good.
3 charges, each one is 3d4 hit points. If someone who is not attuned drinks from it, they take 3d4 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
It refills itself with 1d3 uses at dawn.
Okay.
Quakey gloves. These gloves are gloves of the sensing quake. As an action, you can touch the ground with both gloves and send out a slight quake through the ground to a range of 60, 120, or 240 feet. Your choice. You instantly know the number and size category of all creatures within that radius that's in contact with the ground.
Dang.
Those are non-attuned.
Wow. Those are nice.
You got the black belt. So the black belt is Belt of Hidden Knives. Each time the belt is buckled, it sounds like a sword being drawn from a sheath, and as part of an attack, you can draw a hidden +2 dagger from the belt.
Ooh.
If the dagger leaves your hand, God,
Sorry,
Jake.
I'm done.
If the dagger leaves your hand, it ceases to exist at the end of your turn. The belt does not run out of daggers.
Oh, wow.
You must be wearing it to use it, and it is not attunement.
I know a guy who would love a belt like that.
No, he left. Fucking didn't tell us about the night. So,
We'll have to sell it to him.
okay.
Hmm.
That was that. Next.
What's your other belt do?
Yeah, spend another hour. New belt.
I'm gonna start cooking some soup.
Spend an hour on the flail.
I'm gonna make broccoli cheddar soup.
So,
Cook some fresh bread in the
the belt.
blacksmith.
While you're working on that, I'll tell you what your belt does. So this belt is the belt of Fate's Bane. It does require attunement.
No!
Up to 3 times, I need you both to hear this, all 3 of you to hear this.
Mhm.
Up to 3 times per long rest, if you roll a 1 on a d20, you may re-roll it with a +5 bonus.
Oh.
If that second roll is also a 1, it is considered a 20.
Oh. That's good.
Ooh, but it's attunement.
It is attunement.
So while you're cooking your soup, I'll tell you what happens to your soup with your magic ladle.
Broccoli cheddar soup. I miss that musical realm. Minus all of the god horror things that are going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So this is the legendary cook Trombard. This is his ladle.
Oh shit.
You would know that he was an acolyte of Moradin, and he used his divine metalworking and culinary skills to take his profession to a new height.
Ooh.
He created this magic ladle to imbue meals with magical healing properties.
Ooh.
When the ladle is used to cook a pot of soup or stew for at least 2 hours of constant stirring, the meal becomes magical food that can feed up to 8 people. The meal must contain at least 20 gold pieces worth of ingredients, including rare herbs and spices. If the meal is eaten as part of a long rest, the number of hit dice recovered by the creature eating the meal at the end of the long rest increases by 2. They also gain 10 temporary hit points at the end of that long rest. Once it's used, it can't be used again until a week goes by. The creature who cooks the meal can't gain the magical benefits of the food.
Oh, that's okay.
In the flail? Well, I'll tell you what your choice does. So, 1. It's a +2 flail.
Oh shit.
Oh shit is right.
You see that on the handle there is a button. Right? And when you hit that button, from the handle, more chain comes out.
Ooh.
So this thing can effectively be used to be thrown out to 20 feet. So it goes out to 20 feet, but you can immediately call it back. So you can effectively now attack out to 20 feet,
Melee.
but as a melee weapon, but you still can attack people with opportunity attacks if they leave within 5 feet, because you can ratchet it back to attack up close.
Nice.
That's very
So,
nice.
Cool.
because you chose tier, you get something else.
It's the flail guard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Internet.
Thanks for unveiling that.
Yeah.
So, it's also called Valeguard's Glory, is the name
I'm buried.
of the flail. It has 3 charges. Okay? While it has a charge, it does an additional 1d8 of thunder damage. At least 1. Or you can expend a charge to cast Thunder Wave at first level with a DC 15 strength, or DC 15 is the saving throw. But the origin point of the thunder wave is the head of the flail.
Okay. So but
out to 20 feet, thunder wave.
Oh, but he's immune to that?
No, thunder wave goes out in front of you.
Oh, okay. So it's a 15.
It's a it's a 10 foot. I think is what the cube is for thunder wave.
Okay.
So you could hit something close and just activate thunder wave from it. But if you're holding it, just cast thunder wave. Or you could go out to 20 feet, cast thunder wave out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you upcast that, or is it
No,
only
it's
ever-
one charge. But if you spend all 3 charges,
It loses that extra.
it loses the extra D8 of thunder damage.
It's back at dawn.
Yes,
Beautiful.
all charges.
That is super cool, man.
Only you chose one of the other ones. They were even better.
Oh, yeah.
Not even better, but
Equally badass.
Ilmators would have probably been the most useful to the party.
That's okay.
You want to know what it was?
Not really.
You're not gonna get it, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Wants to tell 'cause
Every
it's
time you successfully hit an enemy, all allies within 5 feet of that enemy gain your wisdom modifier and hit points back.
cool. Ooh.
Wow.
And you can attack out to 20 feet. So each time you hit someone, you heal your allies.
That's alright. You're dealing 2d8 damage,
Including
with a 20
yourself.
range,
Yeah. Oh shit.
and that's only within the 5 feet.
Yes.
Can Tad
You're about to
Cooper
deal a lot more damage.
attune to a magic item?
Can attack?
Like what?
Like a belt?
Like a belt?
A knife belt!
No, I think she meant the one that lets the.
Nope, that's wrong. It's the knife belt. It's what we want him doing. Yep, that's what I want him to do.
That was all the items, right? I think that was all.
I think so. Everybody should have gotten 2.
What about
But no, seriously, can he answer
Torms?
Yes.
Torms
Serious
was let's see, where is it? Each time you deal damage to a large or smaller creature, it must make a strength saving throw or be pushed back. But while holding it, you can use your action to spin it really fast, and it creates a miniature wall of force, which is completely impenetrable by things like the disintegrate spell.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The wall is only 5 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and it lasts for a minute. But you can only create one of those at a time, but there's no limit to that.
Oh,
So you can just be like, boo, 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 block all things, stop it, and start doing it over at your action. So, Tears clearly about damaging,
Right.
Ilmater's about healing, Torms
About
about
shielding.
protecting.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
The blank door,
So
which is,
three.
I was like,
Was nothing.
no, the head of the flail opens, and it becomes a vessel where you can put things inside it
Ooh.
to have it do other things. So you could put in, like, say, a vial of holy water, and then when you hit something, the holy water expels from the thing acid, poison, even maybe a potion, if you thought about that. So you could be like, I'm gonna heal you, potion shatters, or you could have, like I said, alchemist's fire, whatever you wanted.
Interesting.
That was
Oil!
real.
Fire!
Yeah. There's a bonus action to load it with something.
All sorts of stuff in there.
I like my choice.
I like the choice too.
Fair.
I think the extra damage would be good.
Yeah.
Thunder Wave's real. I mean, we don't.
No, I mean, it does make a really loud
2d8.
noise.
Yeah.
That's square.
Yeah.
It's 15. I checked.
Is it 15? Oh, it is what it is. Alright.
That's beautiful.
So can Tad Cooper attune to
That is a
magic
question.
items?
So, you're talking about the one where he gets to re-roll the natural ones, or the knife belt? Or were you serious about the knife belt?
I was serious about the knife
Can I put the gloves on him?
belt.
Oh.
Those aren't attunement though, so never mind.
Yeah,
that
anybody can wear those.
The one person that can't speak common in our group. Yeah, he's the guy to give
Yeah.
the.
I can talk iron in my brain.
What does he sound like?
But just in general. In case I have
He
attunement ones.
can attune to magic items, but they have to be kind of ones that, like, make sense. In that,
Okay.
like, there are magical things like collars and necklaces
Okay.
and things like that you could get. You just haven't got. You guys have been living in, like, small town Evrand the whole campaign.
Yeah.
To, like, not to a town where there's, like, ye old literal magic shop, what would you like to purchase? Like, you haven't gone to a town like that, really.
Not.
Well, I didn't know there were towns like
Well,
We stayed in the same
Rick
corner
did,
of the map.
That's true.
but he doesn't remember.
You don't remember that. I've been there. Done that. Forgot.
I know my continent.
Yeah, there's a bunch over there.
Well, we keep having stuff to do out in the wilderness, so...
That's true.
Anyway, we found some pretty decent magic items along the way.
And when you ascend the staircase, it closes itself off.
Ooh.
Because it seems as though you were allowed entrance as sort of like a sign of good faith.
Ah.
But to have permanent access, you need to prove yourself.
Alright, fair enough. That makes...
So,
Plus
In-
10 to roll.
also,
9 damage.
That's good.
With an additional D8.
oh, the only other benefit was the blank door. It was not attunement,
Ooh. That'd be cool.
but the other three.
What are your attunement slots gonna be, man?
The Valeguard Glory, Chill Plate, and
The necklace.
Anti-scrying amulet.
Aha, not bad.
What about you, good sir?
Oh, I gotta keep what I got going.
You got your spider climb boots.
Yep. My
Titan
armor
blade.
and the Titan Blade.
All right, the armor is attunement now because
Because
of
it's got the sneak and the movement bonus.
I'm debating about taking off one of the knuckles
Yeah,
for the belt.
but then you lose the...
I get a D4. It's a D4 instead of D6.
Thinking about getting rid of thoughts.
Yeah.
It's a +2 to wisdom saving throws.
It's
But
good.
like I have a 4 for wisdom saves, like without that at least.
Yeah, I got
So
a
that
1.
would yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm like I might try it out, like try that out, like that the combo out.
Yeah,
where I just
Yeah,
have
I
the
mean,
one
you
and
take
the belt
off
for a while.
the bracers
Oh,
because they have to take a bonus action to activate them.
That's true, and I only get to use them once per long rest.
I mean, you can try whatever. And if you don't like it, you can
Yeah.
take an hour and switch it back. It's not like... you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Like it's not like I'm gonna be.
It
stuck
won't
with
be
that
a
one for a while.
vengeful,
Yeah.
you know...
All right, I'm gonna take the wraps off.
Okay.
If it was a sentient item, it might be
Yeah.
a little offended. If you're like, alright, see you later, pal. You're going in the
I'll use you again
backpack.
when I need you.
Yep.
Well, had you not been fully attuned up, she could have given it to you, and then your punches with your spike gauntlets would have done an extra.
Yeah.
Would have done
That's
extra
true.
damage.
But
yeah, I'll take the wraps off.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my wraps away. Those are my monk thing.
Sure, that's fair.
Put those in my pack. I'll put the gloves on.
well, she could still wear them, right? And just not be attuned to them.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to be attuned to them. You can keep them on.
If you
Sure.
like the
And
look
I'll
of them.
keep them on.
Okay, you
Yeah.
keep them on,
With
and
gloves and knuckles.
yeah, and then you put on.
Are they like full on gloves or like? Goodness.
They're full on because you need to be fully touching
Touching.
the
Okay.
ground. Yeah. But
Go Elsa.
but those are again
Those are not attunement.
No, they're not attunement, but it does send out a small quake through the ground as you're sort of
If
topping.
something's paying
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah, they
it'll-
may know that something's going on.
Fair enough.
Especially something
But like
that
I
Trem-
choose when that happens.
Yeah, you do it when you want to, but
Oh, you don't even need to wear gloves.
something like Tremor
Sure.
Sense would obviously know because they're
Yeah.
feeling the vibrations. But if
What
something's
was that over there?
something's paying attention, they may know. It's not like an earthquake.
Right. But it is like a little...
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm gonna attune to the belt.
Okay. So you have attuned to the
The
belt.
knife belt?
No.
Ah.
The belt of Fate's Bane. The knife belt's not attunement.
Oh, I put on the knife belt.
There you go.
It's just non-ending knives, right?
It's unending +2 daggers.
Oh.
I can throw them at people.
You can throw them at people, and then it never runs out.
And it never runs out.
Oh.
I can give it to Alice when I see him.
There you go.
Hey, you want to see a trick? I'm not very
Yeah,
good at
because like the thing, like I'm never gonna do anything other than punch.
I can
plus
throw
10
him with
punch.
strength, right?
Hmm?
Aha! I
Yeah.
throw a knife.
The beautiful
What are we
thing
doing?
about finesse weapons is that they let you use dexterity.
Yeah.
Everything can be strength.
Ha! Stab!
So
I
it's
just
dex
stab
plus
harder.
what? For to do.
Dex is for ranged attacks.
Okay.
Finesse weapons let you use that, and then being a
Also use
monk lets you use dexterity for unarmed strikes or monk weapons.
Gotcha.
Normally, people have to punch with their strength modifier,
Right.
but that's a benefit of a first level monk, is you can use dex instead. So any ranged weapon is dex only, and any finesse weapon gives you the option to use
Okay.
dex. And then thrown weapons are ranged weapons that use strength.
Right.
Gotcha.
And usually much smaller range.
Typically, yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Alright.
Crazed here.
What do you guys want to do now? What time of day is it?
Yeah. Cool.
It is.
I'm gonna finish making my soup. Thanks. You can wait.
Yeah, it's like lunchtime.
Okay.
It's like lunchtime. I've been cooking this soup for over an hour now. I feel almost compelled to continuously stir it, and it smells delicious.
It does smell good.
Yeah, you're gonna sit down and enjoy it.
Well,
Okay.
hour first.
Just go clean something. I don't know.
Do I look like the type of person who cleans things?
Yes.
In your new house.
Bad judge character.
Was there anything noticeable about the 3 stories in the tower? Were they different?
No, they're actually almost like blank slates. But I will just double check that for you.
Is there any way to get into the secret rooms now, or do we have to wait for things?
It looks, you kind of have this feeling that you're most of the way towards getting access to them on a more permanent basis, but the only thing you've done in service of the Valeguards is accept the title. You haven't actually done any protecting. You do get the feeling that potentially, even though Osler is not a threat to these areas currently,
He's a threat.
he's a threat in general.
Yeah.
So,
Did we look at everything outside?
yeah, I think you guys pretty much did, but
Blacksmith, the armory, and the stables, right?
Blacksmith Armory stables, and there are some gardens.
Right.
They're not really serviceable at the moment. They're kind of weeded full, but like they can be, weeded. And you can choose what you want to plant here. You know that again, Westwick is only a few days travel south, and they are one of the premier citrus fruit and areas where you can get a lot of citrus fruit grown. So if you wanted to go buy saplings, also apple. I mean, it's not all citrus fruit, but there's like orange groves,
Different
apple
trees.
trees,
Cool.
like blueberry, raspberry, any kind of berry bush.
Ooh, that would be fun.
So that's a thing you could do to plant here. And you know that Brother Drander has offered his services as much as he can, because it's not too far. It's only a couple hours travel outside of Wickham. As much time as he can spend away from the kind of Chapel of Ilmater in town, he will spend here kind of doing what he can do. But if you are able to afford more money to hire people to work on it, he will oversee that.
Okay.
And Sarah will help how she can as well.
Right. She's more than welcome to stay here whenever.
Yeah, basically the floors that are not secret there, Pat, they are basically about 50. It's like a 50-foot by 50-foot square spire. And inside there's a central spiral staircase that's about 10 feet around, and then there's like a hearth for a chimney, for a fireplace that kind of extends, and it's pretty much cookie cutter 1, 2, 3. As you go up to the top, and then a reminder on the top floor there are the teleportation mosaics on the top. But that is basically it. They are unfurnished.
Are there like rooms, or are they just big open?
They are
floors?
basically floors. Yeah.
Okay. Just one.
So if the Valeguards did stay in any of these rooms, none of that stuff is here.
Yeah.
Like beds or dressers or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
either
yeah.
looted or destroyed.
Okay. Should I clean up inside or outside? What do you cook? What would be most helpful? I'm gonna go pull some weeds.
Okay.
Can I run outside?
Yeah.
Okay. You go outside and you begin weeding. What about you?
I'm gonna go look for a water source.
Okay. You know that you're not too far away from the river. It's just basically you guys are kind of up on a hill, so you actually have it's actually relatively defensible based on your position because you have the highest ground. But down that slope, a relatively steep slope down, is a river
Oh, okay.
that you guys kind of came in. The Hotches River.
Are there
is right
water
there.
barrels?
Make an investigation check.
20.
Am I able to?
20?
Oh, sorry.
There is four that are kind of like in like part of the broken stable, like the roof kind of collapsed, but like one of the rafters came down, so it didn't break through. You see there are several broken barrels and some like old rotten hay, but you managed to find 4 barrels of water that are intact.
Alright, I'm gonna bring them into the tower. I'm gonna put one on every floor except for the bottom floor, which has 2.
Okay. Yeah, so you get the feeling that keeping it right now, as it stands, just general upkeep of Brother Drander trucking back and forth and doing his thing, probably run you guys about 5 silver pieces a day, just because he's got to truck back and forth and he's got duties and it's just him.
Right.
To kind of start your upgrades to kind of one of the floors to make it more of a livable space, fixing up the masonry,
beds
and
dressers in there.
Yeah, and 1/3 of the kind of decrepit wall that was like the defensible, palisade around the outside, and some of the outside buildings would probably be to kind of get you 1/3 of the way there, about 5,000 gold pieces. And but with that, you could do that in about 30 days.
Okay, that's pretty quick.
And that would take
not now, but later. Would we be able to sell items of a magical nature in what is that? What's Westwick is right there.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the place to go then.
Yeah, potentially in Westwick. Borrelia is not too far away. Dethair has that Tortel, but no one seems to be leaving it right now.
Yeah.
But that's an elven city.
Mm-hmm.
Dethair has a Westwick is a port city. So is Borrelia and Dethair. They all have ports.
So they would.
And Dethair has a lot of unsavory types. Because they had their largest form of money making in the city is arena based anything.
Right.
And they have a variety of arenas, from things to single combat, to unconsciousness, to first blood, to death. Doubles. Then they'll have party versus party. Then they'll have party versus monster.
How far is there from us?
It's a little bit of a ways, but there is a road there once you get out to the main road, so it's more easily traveled.
Right. Osler, where's this? Reverence, where's this Osler guy? Just southeast of us somewhere, right?
And he's just like, hang on.
Guidance for 3.
And he focuses on Osler, and he's just like, to the east.
Okay. Alright, so
I don't care.
we went to Westwick and then went east. Make sense to you guys?
That would
Work.
be in service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright, Brother Drander, and I'm gonna pull out one of the gems that I have. It's worth 500 gold. You're like, this will get you started, pal. Good luck.
Okay.
We're gonna, I finished my soup.
Okay, yeah, you finish your soup. You guys all eat. It's a very hearty soup.
It's delicious.
It
I rolled a 19 on my...
Hit dice come back,
Yeah.
and at the end, it's supposed to be as part of a long rest, but whatever. You guys get 10 temporary hit points, except for you.
Except for me, that's okay. I'm bolstered by my current temporary hit points of 8, and also their happiness.
That's true. Rev eats it,
It's delicious.
but it's like,
Very good.
It's mechanical.
yeah, almost ironic in his way of eating, just because it's just like he's doing it because he has to.
Yeah.
But if he didn't have
He
to,
doesn't take pleasure from
He
it.
wouldn't eat. What a weirdo.
he is a weirdo.
I'm gonna leave Brother Gender 125 gold to contribute to the re-establishing.
This will be in the back of the book. So we got 565 gold, is what I'm hearing.
No, 500 you did, right?
660.
625.
625. Gotcha.
I'm gonna talk to Sarah.
Yeah.
That's funny to me. I'm gonna donate. I'm gonna talk to her.
So Is she like a fighter type?
She's a sorcerer.
Sorcerer, never mind.
You saw her
with
use
the
her wild magic to
Wild magic.
surprisingly good effect.
Yes.
Um,
She'll have no use for vigilance then, never mind.
you can always leave it there or sell it if you so choose.
I was gonna say we got a vault, store stuff now.
Well, we
The
can't
vault
go
you
back
don't have
down.
access to right
We
now.
can't go back down.
No,
It
he's just-
closed itself
right.
off. It was sort of like a gesture of good faith, but you'll need to.
cool stuff.
Yeah, you
Look at
basically
all
need
that.
to prove,
Ah,
because all you've done is
that's
accept.
it. Yeah, so we
that
don't have
you-
full access to everything.
Yeah, because there's supposed to be other floors as well.
But if you're like that, then you're actually shooting them at me. Okay. I can't avoid that. Oh. You can do that quick though. You're very dexterous. You have the fastest hands in the West.
Haha!
Where the
No,
East
I
stand.
Yes.
forgot there was a ring.
Who said
There's
Like, oh, in the vault.
there's also a ring.
We also take the ring before.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's the ring of unending wealth,
Ooh.
Ooh!
but it requires attunement.
Give it to Brother Gender.
Was that the
You're a
topaz you gave
genius.
to Brother Dander?
So,
No.
To fix the place up.
just
We'll leave it
I
here
don't
and it'll
know.
be for in service of
Oh.
the veil.
I have 3 500
So the
gold
ring
gems.
Yes.
of unending wealth
Let's see what it actually
requires
says.
attunement. The gem on the top of the ring can be removed. In this case, during a long rest, a new gem grows in its place.
Ooh.
But you roll a d12 and determine what the ring is, or what the gem is.
Ah.
So who would like to
Is
roll
it
the
different each time or is it the same?
Yeah, every time it grows back, you roll a d12 to see
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
But yeah.
11 is a sapphire worth 40 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so let's leave
I
that
have a
for the
500
tower.
gold piece topaz. I'm gonna also give that to Brother Drander.
Yeah.
11, 25.
That's a great idea.
Like, it's not his,
So I will
It's
just
available.
give you
Yes.
the list.
Well, he is available.
but he's gonna use it because he's the one fixing it up while
So-
we're adventuring.
It is so basically 1 through 12.
Okay.
Malachite, 1 gold piece. Agate, 5 gold pieces. Amber, 10 gold pieces. Amethyst, 12. Onyx, 15. Aquamarine, 20. Opal, 20. Peridot, 25. Ruby, 30. Citrine, 35. Sapphire, 40. Emerald, 75.
All right, that's great. So that'll pay for Brother Drander's trouble and then some.
Sure he left his nail.
Also,
No.
you would know. You do know, I just forgot to send you the thing, that your magical tattoos requires an amount of gemstones ground up to do the magic tattooing.
But I have to go back to the abbey.
To learn how to
learn
do
how
it.
to.
But you would know that
So I'll do that
ones
and then I'll come
required
back for
are amber, jade, amethyst, ruby, emerald, sapphire, topaz. That looks like I said
Jade can't come.
moonstone here
Alright.
as well. But
Keeping it in.
some
my
of
pocket.
those are ones that you require
Mhm.
to do what you
To do
need to
things.
do.
All right, why don't you get?
Oh wait, here we go. Garnet, pearl, diamonds. You also know that you need an adamantine needle
I don't know where you get one of those.
to be able to do that, especially the diamonds.
Punch twos.
Go!
It's a blow. I'm
It's a
sorry.
line of dots!
Ta-da.
So it will be on you
So
three
artistic.
Okay.
to remind me at the end of every long rest to have somebody roll a d12 to figure out what that gemstone is,
Alright.
so I can keep track of how much money is being banked.
Okay, and Brother Drander is gonna keep the ring.
He's gonna keep the ring because you
Yeah.
told him to.
Gave him to.
Okay.
I'm gonna also talk to Brother Drander
Go back to the abbey.
and see if he likes the idea of drafting out letters to local temples, to Ilmater,
See if anybody's interested
since
in
that's
speaking
his cup of tea.
He does question you slightly as he sees this tier-based flail you're wielding now. Just a little, because
Oh,
you.
I'll explain that.
Well, he's just curious because you were brought here on Ilmater's wishes.
Right.
to save Temple.
I don't wish to.
No, he doesn't.
Give too
He
much
just
favor towards one of the three gods.
Well, there's more than three gods.
Right, but the triad.
Oh, okay.
He services the triad.
Yes.
Does he?
Yes,
That's
yes,
good.
it does. I know what I said.
I know what you said.
So I was thinking
Gotta
about
do what you gotta
drafting
do.
letters, and maybe you could help me. Maybe you're better at
Gotta
this
keep
than
your
I.
finger with them all.
To send out and letting them know that the Valeguard has been reinstated, and maybe they could send a donation to help us build.
But he says it's probably not a bad idea. He says, but as of right now, he says I don't disagree. It's actually probably it's a really good idea. But
maybe open a call for potential warriors or workers.
well, he says we only have the two. I have these two rings, and you have that other ring.
Yeah.
So there's not a ton of room for.
We only got two.
I mean, you gotta.
Oh
make
yeah,
that.
but we could have people come and be like initiates and not give them rings.
Well, he says at the same time, right now, we're only back in name.
We'll have to collect some
We have to build
orphans.
it up.
We have.
As of
I
right
mean,
now,
if
we don't have
if I sent you a letter in the mail, you received at your temple, let's say, and it said the Valeguards are back. Send money. Would you do it?
No. But that's because I don't open any mail that I get.
Okay, both of you. If someone told you that a once prestigious organization that's been gone for decades, maybe centuries, hey, they're back. Send us your money to help rebuild. Would you do it?
Sounds like a
I'd
scam.
send a messenger.
Yeah.
You'd pay money to send a messenger. Alright, well, he would.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point being,
But yeah, we gotta
you
build
have
the reputation.
you did this thing for Ilmater, but that really services a small like. Not everyone knows of this story.
Sure.
Some do, and we may curry favor with Ilmater followers, perhaps.
Right.
Those that are familiar with Sorrow's Blade. Again, only a 5-year, and then he looks at Sorrow's like, not that I'm diminishing this,
Not that it was only 5 years,
but like it's not a long-standing
you
thing.
guys are kind of up in the hills.
Yeah,
away
we're
from-
not in the most like, but spread the word
Yeah,
Mhm.
through deeds and
Yeah.
actions.
Westwick's the perfect place to go then.
I mean, anywhere. I mean, if you were able to, word has made its way around of this. Whatever happened to Gallagher, it's more or less well known across Evrand that this something went down, something evil or something
Oh,
serious happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if that can be proven that it's dealt with, and possibly other small favors along the way, you can build the reputation up, and people will know, and then maybe those messages will actually get
Yeah.
responses.
Ah.
It's just that's the thought.
Yeah, and
That makes sense.
I have this big ancient black dragon head getting taxidermied right now up in Bricken's homestead. Bring that down here. That would look great in the Great Hall,
Because yeah,
Filled with violence.
or right in my blacksmithery.
Ooh,
yeah, all good
That'd be cool.
things.
Mm.
that would be cool.
He says, "So I've got some money. Do you have any thoughts on what you want me to work on first? Because we've got the wall
Right.
Anything?
around the outside.
Mhm.
We've got the outer buildings, the stable, blacksmith.
Do you feel threatened in the area? It's kind of
It's a little wild, but I'm not. He says between the Sorrow and I would think
normal.
normally
threat.
the orc raids have been on the rise,
Sure.
but I'm not too worried about
But if
this.
there's enough orcs, that little wall is not going to stop them anyway.
That's true.
I would say, why don't you set up the gardens as much as
Yeah.
the tower's in good shape, so you can barricade yourself in there.
Okay.
Make sure you have enough provisions, get all that set up, and then if everything's give everything basic cleanup, and then
Try to
get the gardens ready to go. There's a lot of weeds. I don't know how to garden. I know how to work with rocks. I don't know. There's rocks in that garden, and I'm pretty sure that's bad.
Accurate.
But yeah, gardens just fix up the general
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
decay.
I don't think defense makes too much sense. Anyway,
Make it livable.
we're gonna go to Westwick. We're gonna see if we can find a decent worker or two and send them up your way.
He says that there's a lot of good,
Doesn't make sense.
hardworking people in Westwick, so you might
Yeah, I mean, somebody will be looking for
for
work.
work. Yeah.
more than likely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How far is it to Westwick?
couple days.
Yeah, I mean,
And what, we're later in the day at this point, so after lunch.
it's lunchtime. Oh, we have to get the
And
map.
then after lunchtime?
It is after lunch. We ate lunch.
We did. So I was like, do we want to start out today or wait till morning?
Well, I don't see any reason to wait.
Whatever.
You got one of your maps over here.
That is just the general map, and that's out of scale.
Oh, okay.
And they still have not sent me the maps printed on the right stuff, so I have to go. I was gonna try to go there today and yell at them, but I also made friends with people who print on cloth maps, so I could just have them do it instead.
There you go.
All right.
Well, they owe you a free map then.
They owe me all of these maps, 4 free maps.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, all right. This is bold plans. So we don't need that. Okay. This is the map of Arena's whole continent. This is the map of the Befandra Forest, but that's not going to do too much in the large scale.
You're from
things.
Norin.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you guys did steal this map.
Yeah.
So,
I
you know.
Oh no, I made a copy.
Yeah,
of this.
so you know, I mean, that's where you're at. You know, Westwick is basically the bottom left-hand corner of that map. But you can see some of the other areas.
We're at the ruins.
What?
We're at no.
You are right.
Oh, okay.
See this little mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Wickham? You guys are basically at the top of that. Right down there from the river.
Gotcha.
Okay, now we got the real map.
The big man.
Let's find out. Did I remember?
The Clower. The Clown Tower. Oh, it's terrifying. Let's not go there.
Rumor has it that every time people go in there, everyone says that it's different.
Yes.
Those that do get out, no one describes the same scenario, the same set of rooms, anything. Okay, so
It's like that one
You guys say you
Well,
want to
no,
go
no,
to
I get to
Death
tattoo other people.
and
11.
out of the abyss, the library.
Is that an
Oh
idea?
yeah. Cause you what?
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, I was gonna say, like, could I design my own magic tattoo?
Possibly, we could talk about that.
Okay.
2 less
So
than
make one out of the Valeguard. One and like come up with like a symbol for like either each of us to represent each of us, and they do different things that benefit each of us.
I would have a porcupine.
Or we come up with like whatever our symbol is gonna be, give it
Inside
to each
of
of us.
Yeah.
and have it do something. Like based on that.
I want mine to be the frost salamander.
You haven't even hatched that yet.
I know.
It's true.
100 miles to Westwick.
All right. But that's
Roughly 100 miles.
after we go to Westwick, then that's
So-
pretty much in the right direction, right?
Put this here.
Westwick's
You
in the
guys are
opposite
basically
direction.
right here.
Yeah.
Westwick's down here by
And
the
then we gotta
coast.
cut across.
And you know that it's somewhere in the Challenge River region, or somewhere at least this direction, and he knows it's east.
Okay, but we also the best way to go to get east if we're going on the other side of the. Does he know if it's east of the Challenge River?
Did he say it was kind of in that area?
He said it was kind of that way, but
That
like,
was by the river.
It was.
Area.
Well, he said that
Right.
well, that's the best he got with a relatively poor religion check. to have.
Wasn't it like between Bin and Kingsdale or something like that?
perhaps
And
I
that,
could
it was in that section. of-
consult my deity again.
I mean, sure, who wants to roll?
Not me.
Oh,
Guidance.
Yeah, you got it too.
2. Roll my new dice.
5.
You roll a 1?
Huh?
Or just a 5 on the die?
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 for guidance.
Alright, let me pull up this.
7 and
Yeah, I
then
got
plus
this
whatever
stuff
his
right
is.
here.
Perhaps I'll try again.
Do I have more cookies? Yeah, but they're in that loud plastic. You'll have to rip it off really fast.
Just going in the other room.
Ah!
That's it.
7 plus.
Terrible.
12 total.
Oh,
So, yeah. No real idea.
in
I do
that
not.
general area.
So,
I guess.
Alright, well, whatever then.
either way,
I'll try
that's-
tomorrow.
ballpark 1,000 miles easy.
Okay.
From Westwick all the way over to that region, and that's again, taking the road.
Oh, let's talk to the squirrel people. Go that way.
Well, are we gonna go to Westwick first?
Yeah, let's talk to the squirrel people. Maybe they can take us to Westwick.
Westwick isn't that far.
It's like 100 miles. That's 5 days.
Alright, fine. Let's go to Westwick.
I would
and
say,
then-
I would prefer to call in the favor to get us over that way, than ask to get us to Westwick, and then ask them again and be like, we already transported you twice.
I don't see why.
I
they
mean,
wouldn't
you
do
already
that.
called in the favor. The
Right,
one
like at this
favor,
point,
the
it's
first
just
favor,
like,
which was going to take you. They said they could get you to the Challenge River region, generally, and then you were called away by elevators.
yes.
Need.
Yeah.
You guys do also notice that you are near a river,
Right.
and you have the thing right in front of you there, Jake. So
Yeah.
how wide is that river based on that?
A couple miles wide.
Yeah, so one could possibly build a boat or a raft and sail yourself down the river. Because
To the waterfalls?
Yeah, I mean, just whatever. You guys are tough. Look at that. You can waterfall right down. You'll be right there by Westwick.
You're not wrong.
You're right. I'm not.
Doesn't mean it's a good idea,
I'm
though.
all for it.
I mean, you could always sail down to the waterfall,
And then...
take your raft out,
Just carry it down.
climb down, and then jump back in.
With two of us, it's very tiny, and...
And you can just go down the
Just
waterfall.
that-
Yeah.
And reverends can just teleport.
That's true. So the two of us would carry the raft?
And Tag
I'm not
Cooper.
very strong.
Alright. Well, Tad
And Tad
Cooper.
Cooper.
Well,
Tad
Tad
Cooper.
Cooper would
Tad
teleport
Cooper.
with reverence.
Yeah. Could Reverence teleport the raft?
Nah. It's gotta be a creature.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
willing
yeah, we'll just
creature.
use the carpet
On the raft.
on the raft.
Ah, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I remember the last time we tried to build a boat. That went great. But, alright. Screw it then. Well,
Start going?
I guess we could just build the raft right here at the tower.
Build a cart raft.
A cart raft? What the fuck is a cart raft?
We ride it down the mountain and then into the river. Just keep riding.
Ride it down the mountain,
What cart?
hit a button,
We make one.
wheels break off, go into the river. Raft.
Why don't we just make it down by the river and push it in?
I feel like that's a more logical idea.
Okay. I like the idea, I just don't understand how you make a floating cart.
I'm excited to be a Valeguard and try new things.
Alright. I get to
Well, there's
work
wave.
making a raft.
Anything for justice.
You guys, why don't you guys, you can work on something, and you can work on something else. Reverence, good job.
I'm gonna clean
Thank
out
you.
the stables.
Cedric.
Why don't you, come with me and help do stuff?
There's no tact in the stables? Sorry.
Fine.
Fine.
If it'll get me to my target.
Well, we're gonna go. We're doing the best we can.
He says, I know it's unfortunate.
That's dry. Alright, so
So-
we start building a raft.
Okay. So, what did you ask for?
I want to clean out the stables
Okay.
and if they had tack.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's long since rotted if there was.
Okay.
Or eaten by nearby animals.
Alright.
Okay. So you're gonna clean out the stables. It's just like get rid of all the debris,
Yeah.
pile it all up, whatever you gotta do.
I'll get rid of the dust.
Sweep it out.
Sweep it out.
I'll do the same thing with the blacksmith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you two are down making a raft. You're in the forest. How are you chopping? You have the greatest axe.
Yeah, I have the greatest axe, so that's what I'll probably use. He doesn't want to use his magic sword at all for this, does he?
So I'm in control.
Yeah.
So Black Sabbath will become an axe. It's a
Oh.
thing he can do, and he never does. And
Shit.
he'll start chopping
All right.
down trees with you.
I heard of a magical axe that hated wood.
He says, that's probably not real.
I heard of a magical axe that floated.
He says, why would you need the axe to float? Don't drop it in the water.
Well, no, I think it helps you float too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
That's probably a lie.
I'm just saying, I've heard of some magical axes. I heard of a magical hand axe that dealt poison damage.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
So, how long do you think you guys take chopping down trees?
Probably pretty cool. Well, he's charisma. He's using charisma to chop down trees.
He is.
Okay, good.
But he's real good at
He's
it.
really good at it. And I'm using strength and athleticism, and I'm good at that. So, and we're not looking for big trees. You know, we're looking for guys that are, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 inches thick. So I imagine we're getting through these pretty decently quick.
Okay, so you think 2 hours to chop down enough trees?
Probably.
And then how are you prepping the trees now that you've chopped them down?
That's a good question.
How are you lashing them together and all that?
Well, I've got some rope.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
50
gonna use
feet, more than likely.
some of that, and then I'm gonna walk back up, go over to Brina and be like, "Hey, can I have your magic steel rope?" And she'll be like, "What for?" I'll be like, "Just give it to me." And she'll be like, "Fine." I'm like, "Haha, nice ring," and I take it from her, and then I go back down, and then I cut holes, drill holes through the center of
With?
some of the logs with my fucking fist spike.
That's really precise holes you're making.
Who punches better than Rick, though?
All right, make me an attack roll.
Logs. A 15.
Okay, you're starting. It's not as precise as you'd like it to be.
I don't have like a corkscrew or anything now. Hey, can you fit that into a giant corkscrew?
And he's like, no.
That's fair enough. So I'll just dig it out as much as I can, and then I'm gonna take the
How big of a hole are you trying to make?
just big enough to get this rope through the middle of it, and then when I get it, I'm gonna and then I'm gonna put it up, and then I'm gonna say rope to steel. That's right. That's what it is.
That's fine.
I took it. You weren't here. You said okay.
Alright. How's I get back?
Well, I'm using it to build the raft, so don't lose the raft, and you won't lose your rope.
Okay.
And that'll hold them all together, and then I'll just lash the rest of it with rope on the outsides.
Okay, make me
Also,
a vehicles check.
Oh.
Are you proficient in water vehicles?
I'm not proficient in water vehicles, no.
Proficient in land vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Make me make me
Jake.
make me a make me a wisdom check. Then you're not proficient, just a wisdom check.
20!
Hey!
All right, yeah, you think you've done a
Just like a fucking cart.
you do it. It Rab's like impressive.
Thank you.
That's the most of a compliment you've ever gotten.
That's true. I give it a little kick with my slipper. It holds together. I'm like, this is good. We're only gonna be on this for a couple days. I'm gonna make like a little lean-to for some shade
On the river or
on the raft. Yeah.
Okay.
Just something little.
I
just-
got the
It
folded
might
piece
not
of
work.
canvas.
You're not there.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
You remember that he has the canvas.
He's got that folded piece of canvas. That'll work.
Or you can make a sail.
Nah. That's. I'm making this as land vehicle-y as possible. How deep is this river?
It varies, but in spots it's pretty deep.
That's alright. If I really need to go faster, I'll just tie a rope around Wave.
Alright.
I'm using.
Okay.
Alright, and I pull it up after I test to make sure it floats onto the shore, and that's it. I go back up.
Alright. It's like 8 p.m. at this point because he attuned and took time to study things for hours.
Had lunch.
Had lunch, took 2 hours to make the raft,
Clean stuff up.
clean stuff up.
Yeah. Oh, place looks nice, guys.
Make me cleaning checks.
Cleaning checks.
What do we
We'll
use?
start with D20.
Oh,
21 without anything.
9.
that sounds right though.
You can add your proficiency bonus too.
Because you're an adult.
Also because it's horses.
26. 25.
Okay.
25.
25. Yeah.
Stables look great.
Great job.
Do I need to add anything?
Thanks.
Nope.
That's fair.
You're like 13. Someone told you to clean up a whole shop.
Did about half.
Yeah, you like swept a little bit,
Got some debris out.
turned it into a little
What
bit.
do I find her doing when I
Kind
walk
of cleared
in?
the floor.
What does he find you doing when he walks in?
Just kind of following a little bug as it travels and talking to it. I got distracted.
I'm gonna try and sneak up on her
I'm gonna clean the stables
with
using.
a 15 stealth.
What's your passive perception?
18.
You hear him.
I hear you, Rick.
What you doing, kid?
Found a little bug.
Oh, cause kind of messy in here. I know it's dark, so you probably can't tell.
I can't. I have very poor vision at
It
night.
used to be light.
I dusted and you can kind of see the floor now. Move
You
some
can
stuff
kind of
outside.
see the floor now, yeah.
Move some stuff outside.
Yeah, but that's all metal. If you leave it outside, it's gonna rust.
Well, there's some. I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about smithing. I was just trying to clear the floor. I was never in charge of cleaning at the Abbey.
I
Good
can-
reason.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Terrible job. You need to work on this.
How about next time I build the raft and you clean the smith?
No, because I kicked that raft's ass.
Don't kick its ass.
Oh
It's
no,
gonna
I
break.
did. I kicked it.
It's gonna
It
break.
didn't. That's how I know it was a good raft.
Fair. Good point.
And also it has your rope to steal in it. So
That's true.
yeah. So don't kick its ass too hard. Break it. Might lose your rope.
No.
Sink to the bottom of the river.
Yeah, you have to take a fat wave. Go get it for you. All right, get out of here, you knucklehead. I bring all of the stuff that she brought out, like back in.
Take out the right stuff.
Yeah,
Did a good job weeding before, though.
I checked that. Did she?
She did a pretty good job weeding.
Hey, pretty good job weeding. Well,
There may have been one or two actual plants that got pulled out in the overzealous
yeah.
nature.
All right, I go to bed.
Okay. Everybody else, same thing?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that like I roleplay that when I was cleaning the stables, I controlled water along the floor and kind of pushed everything out.
Okay. Just like
That
Hercules.
mopping.
Yeah, and then like I came back with ice, kind of scrubbed it a little bit.
Okay.
Make an ice nest for your salamander.
And, I don't know. It's probably colder up here, right at the top of the mountain.
It's a
It's
little.
not icy cold.
It's not ice
icy
cold.
Yeah.
No, and it's also like you guys are closer to the like equator.
Mm.
If it, I mean, ish, right?
Can he like freeze? He can freeze water, right?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't stay frozen forever, but
Yeah.
You could
Can you like cook the
do it
whole
again.
egg in ice
I kind of have
Probably.
a pack,
and just let it?
right? I have like a water
Chill.
skin or something.
you put
in the
cold
pack.
you or freezing water skins in your pack, yeah.
Yeah.
Like an orange. You know, like when they spray oranges with water, so the outside freezes, not the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could have done that. Gotta remember to talk about it though.
Sure.
We just go multiple sessions where we never talk about the egg, so it'll
Sure.
never hatch that way.
Yeah. We're just not in the right place, I think.
Yeah.
It is too
Well, we'll never know. 'Cause
Well, I
Wanna
read that in the
practice
book.
my
It's got to be in a
exercises?
very cold place.
it's true.
You can make a cold place.
But not that cold. I think.
Oh, here's this little sneak cold ring. Thought maybe you would find it useful.
But I gave it to you.
You gave it to me.
Yeah.
I gave it to me. From Hank. Now I'm giving it to you.
Okay, cool.
You could use it, see if it fits on your salamander.
I don't think it does. I think we talked about this.
I try and fit it on a salamander.
The ring is very small and the egg is pretty large.
I just put it on top. Does it start like, crawling around the salamander? Be cool. Look, I'm a barbarian. I don't know how magic works. We'll give it a shot.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Cool.
Cool. Cold. That's the key.
Ice cold.
Yeah. So, anything? You guys just long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Don't need to take watches, right? Should we take watches?
Yeah, we totally should. We should always take watches. From the top of the tower.
Same
First watch.
order? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys take watch. The night goes by uneventfully.
Oh, I'm there last. So like as sunrise happens, I'm gonna do my key exercises. Practice my yoga and my martial art on the roof.
There you go. With the sun rising. It's very...
A little, what is it? Salamander coach.
Yeah.
What does Rev say in his sleep?
I don't know. I can't do it, so he doesn't say anything.
He has a dreamless slumber.
No, he's got dreams, okay? Everybody's got dreams, okay? He has this one dream sometimes. Oh, but I can't talk about it. No, the internet! No!
Alright.
So as you guys wake up
Frick's
from...
more Frick's diary.
No, you don't.
I could.
You could. There's all that.
Alright.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
what about you? Anything for you on your...
Yeah,
watch?
I'll say a little prayer to the Triad. Make sure everyone's kind of happy. Sort of, kind of checking in. And praise to all of them equally, and you know.
Sure.
Mostly Tyr, though, because he gave him this flail.
You know, I want to be just, and then.
No, he just
my
wanted something that he
patronage.
thought might do more damage. That's exactly what he thought.
And,
He wasn't wrong, though. It does
It's
deal
not-
more damage.
I rolled a 6.
You're not really sure.
You literally just had, like, a visit from your gods
Mm-hmm.
earlier today.
Mhm.
I think you should be satisfied.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I wasn't
You know how
praying
often...
for more.
More. You know how
Yeah.
often Moradin comes visits me? Never.
Never.
You know why? Because he doesn't care. He does in a cosmic sense, but not really.
Alright. So, next day rolls around. We'll take a short break.
That makes sense.
Hello, Internet. We're back.
Hello.
Hi, Petey. Greetings from beyond the screen, or on this side of the screen as well. We'll just pick up where we left off.
Next morning?
The next morning, you guys have gained your long rest. You've done some work to fix up Valeguard Spire, and now you have a 100-mile trip south to Westwick. You have built a raft
Yes.
in an attempt to expedite your your travel through river
Aha.
travel.
Yep.
Yep, it's there. It's fine.
Drink some more coffee.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, what would you guys like to do, or just set out first thing? You've left Brother Dre. Oh, somebody roll me a d12.
Ooh.
Oh, ho,
Figure out what we get.
6.
ho.
All
No,
right.
yeah, last one.
We got 11 last time.
So, and again, it can be the same thing.
For numbers.
So this is an aquamarine worth
That's
20
nice.
gold.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's 20. So all told, you guys are at 1185
All
for
right.
gold
Nice.
donated to Brother Drander. By the way, I
Pretty good.
do have I haven't gotten it perfectly perfected, and I know Petey, you typically ask about it. Our browser thing for that will have the reliquary and player numerals. I think I can turn it on. It's gonna look like garbage, but if I turn it on, you can kind of see it there. I have to move it around, but I tried testing it. The way it's supposed to work when we're done is you basically, when you donate, you add basically hashtag the character name, and then it will fill the reliquary, but it will add the points to the character.
Ooh.
So like if you were to say donate $10 to do 2 charges and type like this is for hashtag Brina,
Ah.
then 2 charges would go to Brina and the reliquary would go up by $10. So I'm working with our Twitch guy. He's been super helpful, and he's actually going to add profiles to it, so I can save profiles for the different games, so that way I don't have to redo everything every time.
Beautiful.
So there's a little bit of growing pains on making that better, but we're working on it.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. So, okay, you have 1185 donated. For those of you who missed out, they're trying to rebuild Valeguard Spire. They got some cool magic items that they found in the vaults below.
I didn't know I was going to have anything to spend money on except for trinkets. So.
Regretting.
No, never. Never.
like,
You
yeah,
be
make sure
silly.
we get our
Let's go.
provisions and all things.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
check point.
So, any last minute? So, Brother Drander and Sorrow are going to work on the gardens.
Yep.
And you guys are heading out with your raft.
Yes. You want to give us one of those rings just in case we find somebody recruitable?
He will give you one of those rings.
All right.
So he has the remaining 2.
Yeah. Perfect.
And you notice that Brother Drander has more. Brother Drander and Sorrow both seem slightly more experienced
All right.
than they were when you first met them.
You sure you don't want this, Rev?
Yeah, the numbers are. The number for Brother Drander is 4, and the number for Sorrow is 3.
Ooh. I feel like that's invasive.
And you guys are all 9s.
I'm 10.
Someday.
So you guys head down to the river.
Yep.
Your raft. Everybody boards the raft.
Mm-hmm.
You're swimming.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with all your stuff? Put that on the raft, though. Your backpack, your salamander. You gonna freeze part of the salamander?
Yeah.
Is this thing still alive in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Have you been icing it every day?
Yes.
Excellent. Every day. Good, good. All right. Rev, come on.
Fine. So he comes along.
All right. You know what, though? I say as we set off. I just have I have a big pole that I can push around, but we're just floating down the river. Or if you feel like pulling it.
You could just put the pole out in front of the raft, and I'll just hold on to the pole.
Yeah, and swim. You know, really happy though is that we don't have a horse here.
That would be.
Last time we had a horse.
We would have to go by land. If we had a horse.
Probably, yeah. You need a water horse.
Can't argue with that.
Oh,
Forget the frost salamander. Find a water horse. Catch that.
a water horse that could work in water and
Yeah, a water horse.
and
Seahorse.
amphibious horse.
A frog.
A giant frog horse.
Ribbit.
You've heard of owlbears. You never heard of a frog horse? That doesn't mean there isn't one.
Doesn't mean there can't be one.
Make me an intelligence
Try for a
check.
wild
Make me
mix.
a- make me
See
a-
if a frog horse comes up.
It's not a unicorn this time. It's a frog horse.
Ooh.
Intelligence check.
or history.
11. Oh, history 11.
Alright, yep, nope.
Can I try a history check?
Sure.
What about a grizzly horse?
No, we don't want one of those.
Why not?
Because we want something that can go in the
15.
water.
That would be awesome.
And what about
Grizzly
you,
bears
Rick?
go on the
Yeah,
water.
like a swim speed though.
Did you make a check as well?
Bears have
Yeah, but it's also a
speeds.
10.
You,
No, they don't.
in one of a very obscure book,
Uh-huh.
when you were doing your knowledge tour, testing out the one school,
Mm-hmm.
there was talk of a crazy wizard who made a horse, but the back end of it was a frog, so it could jump really far.
Do you remember the name of this? Maybe just the last name of this crazy wizard?
No, but you know that the horse's name was Puddle Jumper.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah. Internet.
For those few people out there that know that one specific novel.
Yeah. There's some. There's a. If there's gonna be overlap anywhere, it's here.
Alright. Going on a boat. Going on a boat. He's swimming. Revis.
How long are you swimming for before you get out? Or are you just gonna try to do this all day?
All day.
He's gonna endure.
Oh,
He's
but,
testing his endurance.
but not anymore, because now he's testing his vengeance.
It's not vengeance.
No, I know it's not.
Justice?
I had to yeah.
Yeah, it's justice.
I had to-
Justice!
I had to check. It's a hammer with a
Scales.
scales.
So wait, do you just jump gods, or do you worship the triad as
No,
a
he
whole?
makes just ice. Now.
Well, maybe his salamander would finally come.
Well, there you go.
You do this.
That's why
Peter.
he made the jump.
Just ice.
Just ice.
Yeah.
Rev is like, I don't care.
I'm so tempted to just push him in.
You can try.
He would just
Straight's not.
stand because he's so tall.
um,
The river's a
Now
little
my
deeper than
pants
that.
are wet. Thanks.
Thank you.
It's not very strong.
Posted
no,
to
I
you.
know, but I'm not gonna.
That ref.
He does. He does a good job enduring, actually.
Yeah.
He's got great endurance.
Mhm.
So, better part of a day goes by. And it's coming up on evening time. Do you guys keep going through the night? Do you pull off to the side and stop? What's the plan?
I've never been down this river. I think we should stop.
Yeah, just in case we hit the waterfalls in the night. I feel like that would be dangerous.
Yeah, that would be A, super dangerous, and B, like, there could be rapids at any point, you know?
And I can't see.
Yeah. We're gonna stop.
Okay. That you throwing a raft aside?
Yeah, just lightly though.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Listen,
throw it.
more emphatic for the internet than Rick's actually
I
doing
see.
it.
I see. Okay.
Although I did make a kick-ass raft. It could throw it if I felt like it, but I choose not to.
You're right. No one's going to question your raft making capability.
No, it's a great raft.
So, same watches?
Oh yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any-
Steal the rope. It falls apart. Not so great now, is it?
No, because I tied the rest of the rope on really good. That was like the final thing. That was the finishing touch. Rope to steal.
What about anything on this watch that you guys want to do specifically?
Nope.
Usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow, magic surge.
And cast shield. Move.
Just you.
you both cast shield once.
Yeah, who wants to roll? You guys can roll. D20s.
11.
2.
Nope. Nothing happens.
What is it? A 1 and a 20?
1 and a 20. Alright, so watch goes by. Next morning, someone roll me a D12.
D12. Wonder if Brandler or Drander remembered to do that with his ring.
Okay, I rolled.
Yeah, you rolled last time. You rolled the first time.
Yeah,
Celine.
you did.
No, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
You
I'll
rolled
have a D12.
the-
So, 4. Oh, I'll take that one.
another 12 gold.
Alright.
Woo!
It's better than the gold it was costing us.
Yeah, you know, you're paying him. He's paying his own way with just this ring.
Yeah.
5 silver pieces a day, and now he's making gold minimum.
Yeah.
So, minimum 5 silver profit
Yeah.
towards the building. So, the next day, back at the river, keep on going.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be.
I would say probably send wave ahead a little bit to like kind of see what kind of waters we're going into, like whether rapids are coming up, how far the waterfall is. Not like a ton, but like every now and then.
So we'll tie a rope to the stick. And we'll tie the rope to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll just pull ahead 50 feet.
Okay. You're not going to be able to see better than us standing on this raft 50 feet ahead of us, though.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're at water level, swimming.
Well,
Above water.
based on
I'm
how
also
big
very
the map is,
receptive.
how long do you think it'll take us to get there?
5 days, right?
5 days, maybe a little faster because you guys are going. to
I
the river.
expect we will probably
Yeah,
reach
swimming.
the waterfalls tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So then we'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Just
the wind
travel as
is in
normal.
your favor, and maybe even tonight.
Maybe even tonight.
Oh.
But I guess we'll probably hear that coming.
Alright, so you guys are traveling along, and I would like Celine to roll me a percentile, please.
Ooh.
Two.
I don't know what I expected.
Wait, yeah, the 00, right?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, the 2.
What is everyone's passive perception?
18.
13.
17.
Rebs is 11.
Alright.
You two,
Yeah.
Wave, Brina, you see Jake roll me a D4.
Oh, yeah. 4.
5 creatures flying overhead. They look like humanoid bird people.
Like harpies?
No, like Aarakocra.
Oh.
They don't seem to stop, or they may maybe look down and notice you. They're pretty high up, but they're flying somewhere else. They don't seem to be in a rush. You just see them fly overhead, kind of flying on an upward trajectory into the clouds. Okay. It comes around to the evening. Sun goes down, pulling off again.
Yeah.
You can hear. Everybody make me a perception check.
5.
Twenty.
13.
You can hear the sound of what sounds like rapids down the river a ways as you guys pull off to the side.
There are rapids down the river. So we're probably coming up on some rough-ish waters.
Alright.
Maybe the waterfalls.
I'm gonna
I don't know enough about rivers.
scour
I don't
ahead
either,
a
I
little
just
bit.
know there's a noise.
Yeah, this is when you guys had pulled off for the evening. Are you
Just
still gonna
start.
go ahead?
Yeah, but before my watch, I'm gonna do that. Like
Alright.
maybe when he's making dinner.
Okay.
We're setting up camp and everything. Just kind of scouting.
I don't want to
out
go
here.
too far ahead, but
How far?
Mile?
yeah, maybe half a mile.
Okay.
Are you walking on the
No, in the river.
in the river?
Okay. And roll me a percentile.
Careful if there's rapids.
Mm-hmm. Also, you don't know what's happening in that river.
46. Glug, glug, glug.
What?
Said tumbleweed.
It's a sea.
Exactly, tumble seaweed.
Roll me a d6.
1.
Um, You come across eight figures. Kind of walk. You see them walking along the bank on the opposite side of the river that you guys pulled off on. They don't seem to see you currently because they're not really looking in the water for people swimming down it.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
Kind of figures do I see?
Perception check. What's dark? You want dark vision?
Is that a disadvantage?
Is it a
Yeah.
clear night? Can
It
you
is.
see by the light of the moon?
More or less, but he's kind of down in the
Yeah.
river and there's the overhang.
Disadvantage, perception, 22.
That's pretty good with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's darkness. You can't see anything.
Okay.
You're effectively blind.
Do I hear them?
You do hear them though. You hear what sounds like the footsteps of 8 unique footsteps.
Any conversation?
Yeah, you hear someone be like, well, I think it's safe to say we're definitely lost. And someone's like, yeah, no shit. And he's like, well, there's no need to be rude. This isn't my job anyway. Bertram's. And Bertram, you hear somebody else go like, oh, fuck you, alright? Come on. This place, it's all trees. It all looks the same. And the other guy's like, yeah, whatever. And then there's just like other people you just hear like murmuring as you're swimming down the river.
Bertram, huh?
Mhm.
I like how we're asking questions for what he's hearing.
Yeah, I know.
Is it okay?
I mean,
That's-
for now it is,
Yeah.
but
Are they walking like?
We're not making like
That's
suggestions.
true. No, yeah. Well, like, are they walking? Are they're on the opposite side from us?
aside from you, but other than that, he can't see anything, so I can't tell you anything more.
I'm gonna
Well,
just
like, is
call...
he? Or does it, the way the sound is moving?
Yeah,
Does
they're-
it sound like they're moving
Oh,
away
it's
from
a
us?
mermaid!
Like what direction?
I'm gonna call from the middle of
They're
the
going in?
water.
Mhm.
Hello!
Like, you hear like, the fuck was that? What was that?
Please do not be alarmed. I'm over here.
And you hear the one with the one accent say, we can't see. Where's over here?
Right? I understand. I'm not
Or
trying
lights
to.
a torch.
No, he's waiting to hear back.
I'm not trying to conceal my position, but
No one guy's like, could have fooled me.
I overheard you were lost, and if you're
Eavesdropping, huh?
Oh, he's a water nymph.
if you're good
Trust
people,
names.
you know, I would like to help you.
And he says, no offense, buddy, but if we were bad people, we'd tell you we were good people anyway. Was this your first time? What are you, new?
Right, but now that I kind of know.
And
that
you
are
watch
good.
that the one you see as there's sort of a hand motion and a arcane energy as 4 kind of glowing, almost like torches, come out and sort of encompass the whole area. So now it is all lit up, and they see you.
Okay, so I'll light a torch.
In the water?
Yeah, like I'm like treading water.
It's wet though.
Yeah, your torch is soaked.
It's a good point there.
Water torch.
Control the water out of the torch.
Yeah, I could do that, I guess.
Isn't control or shaping water or control?
Are there any
I don't know.
bioluminescent
Have there
creatures
been-
in the river?
Not
They
you,
show-
you can't tell because now there's
Water.
natural light.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was gonna say control water, bioluminescent torch,
What?
Shape one.
shape water, whatever.
Okay. You could. Well, you're in light because these things spread out and they throw
Right.
torchlight. And there's 4 of them,
Well, hello.
and they're like, they're all kind of staring you down, and you can see what clearly looks like
Boy, told you
some
it was a water nymph.
someone. This one cast a spell, in sort of wizardly robes. There's one in some sort of like scale mail or maybe chainmail, kind of hard to see. But like with a big, nasty looking, some sort of blunt weapon and a big shield.
I can beat him up.
There is someone who's kind of like in leather armor with a bow trained on you. And then there are 5 others that are just sort of with like almost more, I don't want to call them like tribal in nature, but sort of. They're kind of
You
with
can
like
tread water at waist level?
Yeah, man.
You're a psychopath. You can't do that.
I got swim speed.
that means you can swim. It means you don't move at half your movement speed. It doesn't mean you can fly
I
in
got
the.
20 strength, so.
It doesn't mean
And he
and
control
you're
water
weighed
himself
down by like
Nah,
75
you can
pounds
only
of
move.
armor.
Huh?
You can only
Half.
move certain
Athletics
size
check.
things.
That no,
No?
you can't athletics your way out of physics, my friend. You have a 20 strength and you have a swim speed, which means you don't move at half your movement speed going through water.
Being
Say,
able to
unless you
kick
had
out
like
and
flippers on,
maintain.
and you could like
Also,
sort of
again,
pedal yourself up.
75 pounds of metal armor,
Yeah.
plus a whole backpack that you apparently didn't take off,
That's
full of
true.
equipment,
That is
plus a
necessary.
flail, plus a bunch of javelins, like.
You tread in water.
And shape water, so I shape water by keeping myself buoyant.
No.
Anyway, there we are.
So there, these people are.
What do you say to him?
What do they say to you?
May I ask where you're trying to go?
They're like,
Are you hungry?
Are they all human?
Oh, I'm not gonna cook for jerks.
So dwarf, any distinct sizes?
yeah, they are. They're different sizes.
Do they have a map? I can steal
You're not there.
If I want it though.
Many of them
They
have
do.
a diary.
You're not there yet. They say,
We're asking the hard-hitting questions.
"All right, friend.
You can call me Wave.
You.
And he says, are we using our fake names? You can call me Destroyer."
No, my name is Wave the Undefeatable.
And he's like, "Oh, okay. I'm the Destroyer, better than Wave. Like this is,
Well, maybe.
It's possible. You can't argue with that.
Okay.
And it's the one who's sort of shorter than everyone, the one with the big blunt weapon and the big shield. This is one who seems to be not dealing with any of your shit.
Okay.
Is he a dwarf?
You don't know. You're
How
not
do I know
there.
that though?
Is he a dwarf?
You don't know. You're not there.
I'm not doing the thing.
I know what you're doing. That doesn't give you omnipresence. I just tell you everything.
Marina wouldn't know.
Yeah, but I can't have you guys keep giving Pat ideas.
That's reasonable. It's reasonable.
What?
Alright, continue the interaction.
And they say, yeah, maybe we're hungry, whatever. We're just trying to make our way through the woods, that's all.
Where to?
And they're like, where are you going?
To Westwick.
I'm like, oh, that was easy. Oh, why? Oh, look, he's not there.
Well,
We have all these super valuable magic items we want to sell.
this is
You guys, he's also a mile up the river, by the way. That's what we discussed.
A mile down the river, but yeah.
Down the river,
Half
but
a mile, I thought.
This is something maybe to discuss once I got to know you better.
okay. How do you propose we do that?
Well, perhaps I should invite you back to camp.
Alright, where's camp?
You know, if you'll follow me, you'll at least know where our camp is. And you'll be that much less unlost.
That's a double
That-
negative,
that
but
much
okay.
less lost, yeah.
Yeah, alright, buddy, sure. So they start following you up
Do
the
you
river.
swim back up river?
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna insight check them to make sure they're actually good people. Like, oh, that's crap.
It's hard to tell when you're
10,
treading water in the
10,
middle of a river
10.
miles wide and these people are yelling from shady darkness.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Where you go? Where are you going? I don't know.
Follow me back to my camp.
What's your
Even
name?
though it's on the opposite side of the river and you have no way to get there.
Wow, we have the raft.
Yeah, but that you guys also will then.
We're not there, so that doesn't count.
Y'all will also know like people are there and have time to react.
So,
He's swimming back up river.
yep.
Do we have a fire? I'm assuming we have a fire lit.
I'm cooking dinner apparently,
Yeah.
so there we go. Got a fire.
Yeah, after a few minutes,
It's a good dinner.
the
Yeah,
light
fish.
of the campfire comes into sight. You guys hear splashing in the river.
I think Wave's back.
And I brought company.
Oh, why?
Oh, how many?
8 people.
I did not cook
What's
that
wrong
much.
with you?
Well, they were lost, and
What
I,
if they're...
Where are
I
they?
could help them. They're on their. They should be right across the river.
Nice.
They're across the river. It's like 2 miles wide
No, okay.
at this particular juncture. It like gets shorter and wider.
Does
in
the
spots.
dude's lights follow?
Yeah. I mean, he's
Or do they go
recasting it,
away?
but
Okay.
So we see the lights across the river?
yeah.
Do they... And they see our light.
How they do?
Can they hear us? From
I mean,
2 miles away?
That's pretty far.
That's really far.
Across a river. That's pretty
Yeah.
hard to yell that far.
Okay,
Do
so...
we want to go over in the raft then? I mean, he invited them back here.
It's true.
Here, let me pack up some food, and we'll go over in the raft.
Sure. Alright.
the grab is like, why?
Yeah.
Because we're nice people.
I'm
Look.
kind of with Brandon
How
on this
about
one.
you just...
What a Vale's guard.
Alright, well, we'll go then. You guys can stay.
Fine.
Or you can come.
Alright. What's our valuable shit that we're not using? Just in case they're bad people and don't want to take our stuff. We can leave it with Rev. He can chill over here, and we can go check it out.
Whatever.
We already have camp set up. It's not like we're gonna pack up everything.
Okay.
Or not. What do you think we should do, Rev?
No, that's fine. Let's do it. I'm done
Sometimes you have
talking.
to endure and have courage to do what's right.
Alright, let's just go then.
And he's like, oh my god. As you guys take
So I got food packed up
Yep.
for 8 people.
Little sandwiches.
So that's what I was gonna say, like set it in.
Well, I was making fish chowder because I
But
have
then
my
you
new
leave
ladle.
first one
Fish
alone,
chowder
they get
sandwiches.
jumped in there.
You can't make fish chowder
That's just so
sandwiches.
You should do. See, you take the.
You can do a
the
bread bowl.
Yeah, and then you.
That's not a
put it in the
sandwich.
top, and then it's kind of like a sandwich.
No, because if you bite into it, then you have soup all
Just
over.
cut.
No, because you bite on
Just-
the top.
Just cut the bread.
And he's like, oh my god, just go over there.
Alright, so I go on the raft.
Okay. Are you going or are you staying?
If you go, there will be trouble. If you stay,
It
there
will be double. That is very true. Alright, I'll come with you. Do you think Rev should come?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Whatever. Come on.
What if one of these is your guy?
Alright, pull it.
he's like, he's not.
All right.
Alright, come on, Ted Cooper.
Alright, you guys all travel across
With food.
with food.
Do we go all the way to the shore, or do we give the food to him to send it over? That way, some distance. No, actually, don't do that. That's not. We're all melee people.
Yeah, let's just go straight over to shore. So we make it over?
You do.
Alright. And there's people there.
There are 8 people there, yeah.
Are any of them dwarves?
Yes, one of them is a dwarf.
Does he look surly?
He does.
Jerk. Well, you can be a jerk and a dwarf. Yeah. Alright. So I'll be like, welcome to the area. This is under the protection of the Valeguards. Please state your business.
And the wizardly one says, well, I think we're lost.
Aha.
And the other one in the kind of scout-ish looking one's like, alright, listen, we're not that lost.
Alright.
We're just like maybe a little lost.
Okay, let's say...
And the dwarf's just like, oh my god.
Where are you trying to go?
Do
Maybe
him and
we know.
Reverence have like a moment where they like each other?
Yeah,
'Cause
they-
hate
Yeah.
everyone?
They kind of do, yeah.
It's like an empathetic moment.
Like-
They just kind of like look at each other and they're just kind of like,
Why is everyone like this?
that is what they feel. Yeah.
Alright, where are you guys trying to get to?
And they, the other
Oh,
5,
food.
they're like, and the one guy says, well, that's, thank you, that's quite considerate.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 5 are just like, they don't really have much to say. They're kind of
Just bodies.
there. Basically, like they may have been hired.
Holding stuff for him and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, they have weapons, but
They don't look like they're gonna use them.
they might be able to, but they don't look like they're not like,
Ongoing.
they're not distinct.
What is
really.
what's your
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting I have it. It needs to be able to actually put this on my head.
Oh, I have something. I'll let you do that. If you push the button on the side, the orange one.
of course.
If you hold it, it'll keep going. Then you let it go. There you go.
Oh my. Come on, for somebody who's like a 19. You're like, alright, so we'll see you later.
Alright, we'll enjoy the food.
Go into the arena, and then you can make bets
Oh.
based on your eye. You could be like a scout. Like you had
Oh my
some
God.
sort of scouting device.
It's crazy.
Almost. Like that.
So, robed guy
Yes.
is a 6.
I just say numbers out loud. 6.
Scout looking guy. It shows you like less than 1.
Oh.
Aww. Aww.
One. I'll wrap it up.
The dwarf is.
It's weird looking from this and then going back to normal.
Oh,
It
yeah.
bugs my eyes out.
What is that? Is that in this book? Which book am I in?
11.
Back away!
No, we can
We're
take
not
it
equipped for
11.
this.
We could take it
You
11.
could reckon 11.
Don't tempt me, Pat.
Between the four of us, if he was
There's
a
also
melee guy.
8 of them.
Yeah, but this is just that one guy.
Yeah, but even at 11, what's he slinging? 6th level spells? 5th level?
Yeah, they would be 6th level spells
6th.
if he was a spellcaster.
Which one? The look cast.
But that's not that guy. This guy's the surly looking dwarf.
Yeah.
So he's not probably.
Who was the
not a
6th? The
spellcaster.
wizard?
Yeah.
Wizard 6.
That's third
Scout
level
less
spells.
than 1. This is the dwarf?
And then there's those
Yeah,
regular
sorry.
guys.
I'm trying to find your book here.
He's in.
Did you check?
Tomb of
Dwarf.
Annihilation.
6th level.
I got it right here, I think. Dwarf is a 2. The other 5 are less than the scout.
Alright. Anyway, where did you guys say you were going?
The dwarf says I didn't,
Reasonable.
but then like the mage guy was like starting to talk anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Oh, well, there's supposed to be some ruins nearby in the forest here, and we're looking to try to find them. It's Well, it says if I'm being honest, I don't really know you, so I don't think I need to say much more than that. I
Are
don't
these
want.
the ruins of Jorf?
And he says, "Oh, so you know them?"
I know of them,
He
yes.
says, "Yes, that's what I'm searching for."
Aha. What are you seeking there?
Knowledge.
Insight check?
Fair.
Not that I'm good at this. No, that's bad. Instead,
I got it.
6. Red.
14.
reverence.
5 on the roll.
I got a 14.
6. Knowledge, yeah, man.
Knowledge. Looking for knowledge.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, all right. Well, I could point you in the right direction
That would be wonderful.
because I have this map.
Didn't-
No,
He doesn't do that. Rick doesn't do that.
that's Oz's thing.
Or
Or
Theron's.
Or Theron. Theron loved flapping maps.
he did.
The small things. But Rick is a cartographer, and so he knows that damage
Ah, of
to
course.
flap it out.
Of course.
Gotta unroll it delicately.
Ah.
Yeah,
And I'll
careful
do that.
when you're flapping.
And I'll be like, you guys are pretty much here, and you need to go pretty much northeast.
And he will study the map
Mhm.
for a little while, and he says, "Well, Bertram, do you think you can figure that out?" And the surly dwarf chuckles as the scout's just like, "Yeah, I knew that. I just thought it would be safer to travel along the river. And see, I was right. Look, we got what we needed. Everything's fine."
You are technically on the right side of the river.
It's true. Could we sketch like a quick copy of the map for them? You know how to do that.
I do. And I will copy them. Nothing
that's not the whole
on the
thing,
west
just, like,
side
the
of the
area.
river, like where the tower is, our new tower that we just started.
Just like where they need to go.
But yeah, where the ruins of Jorf. Can I ask you, because I have this map here, what was Jorf?
And the maid will say, "Well, you know, I'm not entirely certain, but they said it was a font of knowledge, a lot of lore for the realms and the area, dating back a long way, was housed there.
Ooh.
And you know, sometimes when one gathers much knowledge in one place, it somehow finds a way to, I guess for lack of a better term, become weaponized, as you will,
Sure.
or it backfires, and then it, well, now they're ruins.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Fair enough.
So my hopes are that if I pick through said ruins, perhaps I might find something that I can make use of.
Ah, very well. What's your name, good sir?
Says, my name is Gunter.
Gunter. All right. Well, Gunter, we're gonna head back across the river. I wish you luck in your journey. Don't do anything bad. This area is under our protection, so we'd hate to have to mess you up.
Says the 12-year-old.
Says the 12-year-old girl. But in all seriousness, go in peace, and we wish you luck on your journey seeking knowledge.
And he's like, well, I do appreciate it. Perhaps our paths will cross again sometime.
Perhaps. Perhaps. If you find
And
anything.
the dwarf's just like, yeah, probably, because Bertram will get us turned around again. And Rev's just like, I like this one. And Bertram's like, you know what? I don't need to be here. You hired me. And then Gunter's like, yes, please don't remind me. Shall we go? And the other 5 guys were like, oh, we're leaving? Alright, cool.
Can you guys see at night?
And the dwarf's like, yep.
Yeah. And everybody else is like...
Bertram is half elf.
Oh, okay. Be careful.
And I'm gonna help
Do we know
Bertram
the
out
dwarf's
with his
What? No.
survival check.
Come on,
Plus
guys.
3.
Okay.
Guide him on the right path.
Alright.
Well, I told them pretty much northeast,
Yeah.
so they should be able to start anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we take our...
Gift.
Yep, and back across, and now everybody has bread and cheese for dinner, because we gave away our food.
Alright.
It's tough being a Valeguard.
I'm gonna try and catch some fish.
Okay.
14.
What kind of check did you make? It's my favorite Pat thing. It's like, I'm gonna do a thing, and he just
Without asking.
rolls,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it just...
Survival, maybe nature?
I guess we can give you a survival check.
So they're both the same.
You can catch 1 catfish.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-pound catfish.
Oh,
That's not that big.
that's pretty small. Just throw it back. We'll just eat tomorrow. We'll catch something bigger.
Take
Oh,
That's not a good idea.
Wait, what?
he's gonna choke on the bones if you just let him eat
Tag
it.
Cooper. Drop it. Drop it. Tag Cooper. Good boy.
Man.
I'll hush you.
So I will debone the fish. Yeah. Throw the guts back in
Yep,
the river.
thank you, Petey. Pat's patented method. 1, roll dice. 2, decide what you're rolling for.
I'm gonna. No, I'm not.
I'm gonna 15.
He's gonna.
For what? Oh, survival?
That is how you do things, though. He's not wrong.
Alright. Why do you like this? Alright, so you guys get up the next day,
Good day.
and you head down the river. You now can hear the rapids, and the traversal is much less lazy river style, and there's a little more active. As you can see ahead of you, there are rocks in the river, kind of dotted all around.
Oof.
Avoidable, though, for now?
For now,
Just punch through.
it's gonna sink.
Yeah.
Or you can swim on my back. Surfboard on my back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I certainly won't disconnect it from you with all of my spikes on my armor.
It'll just stick in. Just dig in. You'll be fine.
Won't your slippers stick?
To
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have
walls.
spikes on your feet.
I don't think that's... I'm
It
not
doesn't.
gonna
It's
try.
not.
Don't do
He's
that.
not
It's
Spider-Man. Lets you climb walls. Like it doesn't like prevent you from being pushed or shoved or anything like that.
Whoa.
Not like
Just
that.
jumps from rock to rock.
So
I just walk on the path or on the shoreline.
yeah, it's probably an easier way to do it.
Oh, so should we just stay on land then?
You just made that raft.
No.
Carry the raft for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'll just carry the raft.
No, carpet raft.
Does the raft fit in the carpet?
Carpet is bigger. Or it's not as big as the raft.
Can't do it.
Not even if it's like turned like if we do it like
No.
Like we turn the raft up like it's the width and then we can just go.
Carpet's not big enough to. This raft can fit 4 people in a velociraptor. It's
That's
gonna
fair.
be taller than
Yeah,
the
it's-
carpet
it's
is
That's
sizable.
fair. This is so
so the
Why don't we just go for now down the path, and then if we,
Yeah.
yeah,
you're going down the river or taking
down the river,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
So another maybe
Until it's
hour
too crazy.
goes by, and the rocks start to get significantly closer together.
Okay.
I need you to make me a vehicle check without your proficiency though, because
Should
you're
we
not.
try to steer away from the rocks?
Yes.
That's what
Good
he's
call,
No,
kid.
but I mean like to like the shore.
Jump back to the pole and not the rope.
Natural 20.
Woo! Sorry.
I need proficiency in water vehicles. It's coming. Where's Dick?
He taught us how to do that.
Yeah.
No, that happened. We went through that. It actually.
Oh,
happened.
good. Well,
He's
I'm
proficient now.
I'm excited to learn also.
So
Ever
you,
find it again?
you're able with expertise, you are able to maneuver through.
Ha.
I'll make me a perception check because you're busy focused on
Okay.
dodging rocks.
5. No, wait, sorry. 7.
So you, what about the rest of you? What are you doing while he's steering, and dodging rocks
Don't
like a
fall
champ?
off.
I'm helping.
Not falling off, helping if I can, and just kind of like
So I'm
watching,
gonna roll
being a
14 and then
passive.
declare what I'm gonna roll about.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What should I roll for?
Alright, nothing. You see
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
the rapids
You got it, you got it.
and,
Rapids
and the
ahead!
waterfall.
Waterfall ahead!
Oh. Is there any shoreline between us and the waterfall?
That would be convenient, wouldn't it?
It would be
Is
great.
there any way we could steer to the shoreline before hitting the waterfall?
Come on.
Let's make a check for this. This sounds like a thing that'll be fun.
Oh, I just did so good.
How big is the waterfall? We have good luck.
Well, it's too late. We're all
I know, it's
going.
too late. It's
We
too
are
late.
careening.
Yeah, let's see. Is there shoreline?
It's the bad time to say I can't swim.
Yeah, it better be.
Huh. That is middle of the road. So, Celine.
Oh no.
Yep, I'm gonna put this onus on you.
Ooh.
I'd like you to roll a d20. On a 1 to 10, there's no shoreline. On 11 to 20, there is.
Big
16.
Alright, yeah, there's a little stretch of shoreline.
20. I'm
Fight
gonna
for the
aim
shore.
for the shoreline.
Okay, make me a check.
And she's gonna use the big die. I'm gonna use tiny die. That's a. I can't tell what
Let me
that is.
see.
It's a 13 on the roll.
Alright.
What's that? Wisdom?
Yeah, sure.
14.
Alright. Yeah, you're able to just steer yourself over to the shore.
Everybody jump off. Grab the raft.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you jump off? Everybody jumps off the raft?
No!
Steal a rope!
No! Right into the rocks. You almost lose the raft, but you manage to catch it.
And I pull it up on shore.
You do. Now, Jake, roll me a percentile.
Oh ho ho.
This is tense. This is 20.
Okay. What do you say?
20.
What's your passive perception?
Ha! 13. Oh no, I guess it's up now. Up to 15.
So you see, you manage to snag that raft and start pulling it out, just as you see something chomp down on the other side of it.
Ah, man.
And you see 4 other seemingly swimming, what first looks like logs. And then you realize that it's alligators.
Oh, man.
And one of them has the raft.
Wait, so
Jaws.
should I have my rope?
No.
And there are 5 of them kind of surrounding it, and they're all kind of trying to pull you and the raft back into the river.
Ah, it's a shame there's not any bears around, because I can ask for their help.
It's true, don't forget about that. You never know.
I'm waiting for a bear.
Yes, Petey, that is those dice that I showed on Twitter today.
I'm gonna
Attack the alligators!
I'm gonna pull the raft up.
hit a button
Oh.
Okay.
on Valeguard Glory. I'm gonna shoot out the chain, and boom! I'm gonna thunderous wave.
Thunderous wave.
Thunder
Wave.
Alright, make me a strength athletics check against these alligators.
Oh.
Well, theirs is pretty good.
19.
You may actually have tied them.
If only I was angry.
No, actually, you do beat them, so you're able to hold it.
Hey! It's my raft. I worked too damn hard on it. Bunch of stinky lizards.
Let it go. Oh.
Okay. Did you roll your damage?
Yep.
What'd you get?
11.
Okay.
You gotta roll or be pushed back, right?
Yeah. So let's see.
Hey! It's pretty cool.
All right. So 4 of them get knocked back from the thunder damage, but the one that first bit down still has it in his grip.
Alright, and was that my reaction?
Oh, your action?
Is it out of the water?
So then can I make a second attack, or is that just the full
No,
action?
that is your action.
Okay.
So you're casting a spell.
Okay.
It is still in the water.
Did I get to pull? Am I pulling the raft out?
Yeah, you're starting to pull it out of the water.
Because there's less pulling against you now, so I would imagine it'd be.
Yeah, you can do it at an advantage now.
Alright.
Could I have a bonus action to activate a chill plate?
Sure.
Okay.
30.
You yank this thing out of the water with the alligator on it.
Alright. No,
No,
I'm not
don't do
smashing the raft. I'm just gonna back straight up and just like walk this thing as its like legs go like flag, get pulled.
It does.
But it still holds on to it.
You can make me a perception check.
Rev, get it.
13.
It looks like its teeth may actually be embedded in the wood.
Like it's stuck?
Like it may be stuck, so it might not be able to let go.
Aww.
And then Rev says, "Fine."
No, it's stuck!
Well, it shouldn't have been. Like my raft.
So Rev.
Poor little alligator. It's stuck. Maybe it wants to leave.
It should
We
have
should
been.
unstuck it. And then it's still being a dick. Then we fight.
If we unstick it, it's just gonna bite us.
You know
Rev
what?
just kills it.
Alright,
Never
cool.
mind.
Did 60 points of damage to that.
Alligator for dinner, boys!
Yeah. Skin it.
Yeah.
Get the clothes.
As well.
The other ones
Get the
don't
teeth.
try and come back?
Nope, they're good.
Okay.
They leave.
Take the teeth, add them to my gloves. Look, I'm you!
Oh yeah. Very nice, kid. How's your marble coming?
Oh, that's good. Just a little more dented than the last
So
time we saw.
long. Also adding to the weight on the raft is just a hunk of marble.
That's okay.
No,
I built,
stick it
I
in
built
like
this
perfect.
baby sturdy.
Oh, I see.
With this, wham, flex seal.
That's a lot of damage. Alright, so anyway, you guys have alligator.
All right, delicious.
And you're not too far from the rapids then.
All right, it's
so
still
we're just
daytime
walking?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
We're just walking, right?
yeah. You hold this alligator.
Or we're just taking the whole thing. We're not gonna deassemble it.
No, not until we set camp.
Oh, that's fair. That's reasonable.
That way it's all
So you
together.
guys are gonna walk down along the path carrying the raft. and
Yeah, I'm gonna
alligator.
carry
You're just whoop,
I can do that. I'm quite strong.
Okay.
lifted a horse.
Yeah, so you
So,
guys
yeah, I believe
continue
it.
downward. You know, you kind of go to the edge and continue kind of downward through the woods. It's pretty steep here, though. This is a pretty steep waterfall, so you guys are kind of going down a pretty sharp angle.
Bryn's doing great.
Rev,
Rick's also doing fine.
Yeah. Wave, it's a little slippery, especially because the alligator blood and viscera is dripping out as you're walking down.
Hey, Rev, can you clean this up for me?
He's just like,
Thanks.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey,
17.
is this your new die?
Yeah.
It's been
good
to you so far.
You guys make it to the base of the waterfall, and you can see the river continues on its current path.
Is there like a little bit of a beach down here?
A little bit.
Alright, cool. Let's stop and have alligator.
Alright.
Have a quick lunch. So we skin it and take the hide, start tanning it a little bit.
Okay.
Stretch it.
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
whatever woodsmen do when they kill things.
Yep.
Stretch it out so it dries.
Yeah.
Right?
Cure it, start it. I don't know.
Whatever.
I cooked the meat, the tail meat. It's supposed to be the best meat on an alligator.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic.
Yep. So I'm gonna cook that up just in my wok.
Yeah, you got that walk, so.
Yeah. Season it deliciously with salt and pepper and my other seasonings. Alligator sandwiches. That's okay. It's a 12.
Okay, alligator sandwiches.
The bread's a little old at this point. A little stiff.
Okay.
I should have toasted
We
it.
had to
Didn't
use
think of it.
That's fine.
Okay. So, you guys are at the base of this waterfall. What would you like to do after you eat your alligator?
Not back on the river?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in the water real quick though.
You're wet.
And Harry.
With your
And hairy, yeah.
We'll dry him off.
Sure.
Alright. Alright.
Alright, so you guys continue down the river. For the better part of the day. The evening comes. This is dawn of the third, or this is the end of the third day.
Alright, I say we just stay on the raft now, since there's no
Rapids.
Yeah.
should be. Should be smooth rafted from here to the
way
ocean.
it'll flood.
Ha 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 ha.
Alright, so you guys continue down, taking your watches. Comes to the next morning. I need Pat to roll me a percentile.
38.
Only D4.
3.
Okay.
How do you do 3?
I usually do that. My brother counts 2, 3. He does 4.
I don't like doing 4 like that. I can't.
I can only do it on this one side. I can't.
1, 2, 4, 5. That's how I do it.
There we go. I just have to really work at it on this side.
So you see kind of what, now that you're kind of on a more lazier part of the river, you see kind of in the reeds along the shore, kind of pecking around are 5 of these kind of large bird-like creatures.
Would you say they're predatory?
One could say that.
Bird-like creatures. What else are they like?
Hard to say. They look like big cranes, like large size cranes.
Could I make a nature check to maybe see if I knew anything about them?
You can make me a religion check.
Religion check.
Oh no. Can I make a nature check?
Sure.
Or a survival check?
17.
Whichever.
Alright. 9.
Can I make something?
Looks like cranes. Sure.
What kind of is it?
Religion check.
17 got those. They look like cranes.
No, you get it with a 9.
20!
Okay, you two both know that these are Eeblees. Eeblees are supposedly the reincarnations of evil humans who were punished by the gods for acts of larceny and kidnapping.
Ooh.
They're hyper intelligent, 8-foot long or 8-foot tall cranes. They lay eggs like regular birds do. They can manipulate objects with their beaks and feet. Rumor has it that they even have access to magic.
Some damn big cranes.
I'm gonna explain to you what they are.
Yes, that sounds pretty fake.
If this is a punishment, right? For evil crimes, why do they have so many abilities?
What crimes?
Kidnapping and larceny.
Yes, but they don't have thumbs.
can manipulate things with the hands.
Yeah, but they don't have.
And if they may have
Hands.
access to magic. Like, I feel like that's a little, like, good for something that's being punishment.
Well, maybe it's like their chance to atone. Maybe they deliver babies.
That's a stork.
Isn't that what that thing is?
No, it's great. Different.
Oh.
Similar. Different.
Yeah. In
Um,
dwarven culture,
Oh.
worms deliver babies. That's what they
Like-
tell the kids. Purple
like a-
worms.
like a bunch of worms? Just kind
No,
of.
one big worm. He just
Oh,
comes
it's a
up and he
giant
just
worm.
throws up the baby, and then bleh, keeps going.
Oh, that's where babies are.
I'm gonna shout out to these Iblis.
Get out of here, you stupid Iblis!
Are we behaving?
And they're like,
Seems so. Be good now.
they will just look at you with those calculating bird eyes, and they just sort of track you as you go by.
I see you.
With its feathers, puffs up real big.
Oh well, I'm gonna try.
Tad Cooper does the same thing.
I'm gonna try and intimidate it back, but I'm gonna try and use it as an intimidation.
With
Like
its velociraptor eyes.
we are the Valeguard, and you don't want us coming over there.
Why are we picking a fight with birds?
I'm not. I'm just telling you.
Hey, you are actually picking a fight with birds right now.
We're not gonna. Rev, I'm not gonna help you. If this
There
turns
you go.
into a fight.
16.
Why are you like this?
It's just birds, man.
No, it's not just birds.
They're fucking big birds, I agree.
But the whole purpose of them being turned into Iblis.
Eebly!
Fucking Sesame Street over here.
Sounds like they might be hyper intelligent
What's
and
Sesame Street?
understand what's going on.
It's a dwarven children's book
Oh.
about a guy who
Yes.
makes sesame seed bagels.
Huh. I was gonna say, I thought it was like like a certain street in like a market that it sells exclusively sesame seeds.
I don't know if that would be like a sustainable market.
Or maybe some of them are different flavors. Maybe they roast them.
I think they're all just sesame seeds, though.
Or like, but
It
Uh,
could
so-
be a story about somebody who sells drugs that you could get from sesame
I knew a guy.
on the street.
on the street.
Sesame Street.
The guy's name
He
is
run
Sesame,
He run that street.
but he's
Don't
really
you
an
want
opium
taste
dealer.
Where they keep it all discreet.
Hang on, Petey. This thing did a stupid thing.
You gotta leave it all on the street.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec.
Are you checking the Iblis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just see something real quick.
The suspense.
Iblis! So how did Reeve die? Well, he picked a fight with these giant birds. And it turns out they all know how to cast fireball. And then we all died. Except for Reverence, who was resistant to fire and then teleported away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna die.
And Brina, who dodged most of them. And Rick, who had high health. He died.
It's teeny tiny.
14. Pretty good,
Not
consistently.
bad. Good.
15.
Ooh.
16.
18.
Oh.
1.
Oh, that's about right.
15. 16.
17.
1 again.
Oh.
Yeah, Petey, you're back. That was my bad. I went to hit a button and I hit the, like, on the touchscreen it was a little not as accurate, so it said it timed you out and it purged your messages for a second there. But you should be fine.
Oh.
You shadow banned him for a hot minute there.
I did.
Oops.
We know how that feels.
They're all ones.
Horse race.
But yeah, as you try to intimidate them, they all take flight because they're birds and they fly at you.
Okay.
And then in midair, they all start to
Yes.
blur and become hard to see,
Okay, but as they're
and
flying
they're
at
attacking
me,
you.
could I
Justin.
make the reaction as they started flying to?
No, you're too busy and trying to intimidate these birds.
Can't just pick 'em.
So they're gonna beak you.
Okay.
Miss. 24.
What kind of noise do cranes make? Or eagles, rather. Yeah? Yeah! There it is. That's the one.
I don't know.
So, out of all of their attacks, 4 of them hit you.
There go your temporary hit points.
That's true.
8, 11. Uh, 29 points of piercing damage.
Shit.
And they're
Oh, there's
all
8
now
birds.
like hovering around Giraffe, attacking Wave.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Sure.
15.
10.
16.
What'd you say, Wave? You got a
15.
16, 10, Eblees. Rev.
What's his spell list here? On this, though. That's the question.
Blah.
Oh, why would you curse?
Yeah, definitely not right now.
Not against some birds that didn't even need to fight. We are.
We've had a
I
bigger
thought
fight.
they were hyper intelligent,
Yeah, they are. They're still fucking birds, though.
and I thought they were made that way because they were being punished
Yeah, they
because
were.
they were bad people.
They're still birds.
Rev's
Bad
not gonna help.
birds.
He said he wasn't gonna, and he meant it.
He just sits down.
He could definitely shatter them at, what, 4th level spell right now?
Yeah, they're first though. So that's sorry. 10 attacks against you.
Headed.
They each can make 2 attacks.
Oh,
And there's
shit.
5 of them. You're not doing so hot though. That's an extra 20.
Oh.
1 hit, 2 hits.
Red hit, blue hits. Ravioli, ravioli.
Give me the ravioli. Okay, so only the 1 hit.
Yeah.
11 points of piercing damage. Then it's Rev's turn, and he just chuckles. Doesn't do anything to help you.
Nope.
His chuckle's just like.
Rick.
Fighting birds now. Alright.
This is what we're reduced to.
From my dagger sheath, I'm gonna pull the fucking Titan Blade.
Okay.
Then I am going to sigh, bonus action, make it larger.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack recklessly.
So just a straight roll, because they're all under the effects of the blur spell.
Alright, well, I'm
So
gonna
they all
attack
have-
twice.
Disadvantage, yeah.
14.
Hit.
Okay, and the other one is a 25.
Okay. AC is 13. If you want to start pre-rolling, Wave, you're up next.
You're gonna have to roll for that.
Gotcha.
Ooh, max damage.
20.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Still alive.
Alright, so I hit it a second time. Yeah, that's better. For 23.
Okay. 1 goes down as you smack into it.
You damn dumb birds.
Alright, then as I have to make a save.
Mm-hmm. 15, right?
Yeah.
As I thunder.
Are you
wave
drawing us fighting birds?
from
It's combat.
Valeguard?
All
They're
but
big
one.
birds.
All but one succeed.
Well, they are going to take 16 points of damage.
Nice. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be...
Ruffle their feathers.
Okay. So you, that's it?
Bonus action, I'm going to activate Chill Plate.
Okay. Alright. That's it.
Yeah.
Rena.
Are they like punchable?
They are physical creatures.
No, like are they close enough? They're not like up in the air or anything.
No, I mean, they all just hit him.
I'll
I
punch
got
it.
blown back 10 feet.
It's true.
17.
Yeah, AC's 13.
15.
Okay.
Again.
That one dies.
Again, 27. 15 again.
Dead.
Bonus action.
Dead. Back to their turn. The one that got blown back 10 feet flies in for you. All those attacks were at disadvantage, never mind. Because they're under the effects of blur.
Should I reroll?
Yeah, I guess let's just start it over.
Okay. Still hit.
Okay, just tell me if you hit.
Still hit.
Okay?
Still hit.
Okay, then that's fine.
Nice.
It's
I
coming
start
for
with a
you.
plus 10, so like,
It's
as
hard
long
to
as I get
miss.
above a 3.
21? 21?
Will hit.
Okay.
It's going to take 6 points of cold damage.
You are going to take 7 points of piercing damage. 6 points, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Rev doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Rick?
Okay. I'd be like, why are we fighting birds?
Is what kind of bird? I just said this.
Yeah, I know, but like, did the bird do it or did their previous life do it?
Well, I'm not really sure. There, I'm not the gods that banish them to do.
Oh, we're the gods that are banishing them from this life, that's for damn sure. And I'm gonna take the Titan Blade and whip around and probably kill another one with 22 damage.
The last one.
24 to hit.
Disadvantage? Or did
Yeah, that was a disadvantage.
Alright, yeah, he's dead.
I mean, recklessly. Too.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Rev, could you just clean this?
I take one of the birds, I start plucking its feathers. I don't know what's there.
Are they all dead?
Like the blood and stuff from the raft.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it's good to eat?
They were once people.
No.
No, these.
They're spirits, maybe, but not. These are birds.
These look a little
These are
like these are not probably for eating.
Alright, I'm gonna pick a bunch of feathers. Just, I don't know, in case I find a use for them. And then I'll throw it in the water.
Fair.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna get all those red feathers.
Okay.
And some of the big spiny ones. Wait, so these things, while they were alive, got turned into birds.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
That's wrong.
No,
And they
they
died.
died, then came back and got reincarnated as birds.
Okay.
I'm assuming they. What? Do they remember their past lives? Or are they just like, I'm a bird now and I have thoughts?
Oh, they're not birds anymore.
No,
Oh,
they're
well, you
dead.
did. They were just not happy with you, but you did hear them all saying words in common when they were casting the spells.
Oh, okay. Creepy.
Yeah, they could speak.
Not anymore.
No, they're all dead now.
Well,
Most dead.
I mean, they flocked together, so clearly they were still up to bad things.
alright.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
somebody roll me a d12.
Pat,
I
you
did
too.
it. Yeah, Pat.
11.
Alright.
Nice.
That's the sapphire.
Yo.
That is the 40 gold sapphire.
Yeah.
Nice.
12.
Okay. So, alright, you guys continue on. for the rest of today on your lazy river journey down south. This is the 4th day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. So, what's the plan for resting? Or are you just gonna keep going?
I think we were just gonna stay on the raft.
Keep watches on the raft.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so then it is I guess the dawn of the next day.
Right.
So go ahead and roll me another d12.
Ooh, yeah. 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
75 gold and
Woo! That's pretty good. Phew.
Bless you.
Thank you. If we run into Oz and we're like, yeah, anyway, so we gave this gold this ring that produces diamonds and gems and shit to this priest guy we met. He'd be like, what?
They give it to him, like it's supposed to stay at the tower.
He's
Yeah.
just like,
But like he's the watcher of the tower right now, so he
I mean,
gets-
we gave it to him.
That's fair.
you did what?
I might
We
go
gave
back
it
and
to
ask
him.
for
We
some
gave it to
gems once I learn
Yeah,
how to do
exactly.
tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He would rejoin us out of anger.
Alright. So I'm trying to think. I think there's something else I wanted to do. But as you guys are approaching Westwick, whoever didn't roll me last time, roll me a percentile.
$56.
Okay.
39.
6.
52.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say, Celine? Sorry.
56.
Yep.
56.
69.
70.
So real close.
What was it meant to roll?
81. 77.
Said 59?
56.
56.
You already fought crocodiles.
99.
Reroll?
No, that's fine.
I just rolled a 99.
You want to see what that is?
96. Wait. Did I roll?
It's the Centaur. It's not
12.
interesting.
Not really.
Oh, wait, I just rolled a 9.
20.
Oh, wild.
Okay, so a 12.
Oh, okay. 12.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, no.
7.
18.
You find like a small, like, off on the side of the river, kind of like trapped in the rocks. You find like a little cache.
Oh.
And inside it is
Stuff.
2 climbers kits.
Maybe they were trying to climb the waterfall.
And as you guys continue down, presumably getting closer and closer to Westwick, you see something unlike anything you've ever seen before. You see 10 of these really massively sized creatures kind of grazing in the fronds nearby the edge of the river. They are... Bless you.
Bless you.
A size I will tell you shortly. I want to say
Do the
huge.
condescending glasses?
No, I was doing scouting. Suddenly. So that Ted didn't notice. That was my idea.
Yeah, well,
You
it
were
has
very
been.
good. Very subtle. You
Thank
did
you.
it very similarly to Sean when he does.
That's true.
That's
I can see
yeah.
it now.
Yeah. And his little look.
I don't like to mess with my glasses. I need those to see.
Fair.
Several large-sized creatures, and they are kind of just grazing, and there's a herd of them.
Ooh. Do they have a number?
And they look like
10.
10.
Oh, no. Less than 1.
And what do they look like?
So wait, they're
Something-
large or they're massive or they're both?
They're large size mechanically.
Okay.
They are less than 1
Okay.
Mechanically.
mechanically.
Okay.
And what was your question?
What do they look like? What are they?
Something you've never seen before.
What? could you describe it?
A large creature with a large, rigid tail, sort of walking upright. Mouth is kind of reminiscent of like a duck's bill. A little bit of a protrusion out the back of the head.
What do you think that did in its last life?
I'm gonna make a history check
Sure.
or a religion check.
Yeah. Go on.
It's gonna be 8.
You have no fucking idea.
I have no fucking idea, Rick.
Yeah, me neither. Alright, let's not try and intimidate him. Let's just go by him.
You do.
Cool looking
And
though.
you can see the kind of outskirts as you continue down the river. You can see the land has sort of changed over from forest to grasslands, and it's almost all. There is the reoccurrence of trees now, but it is almost all farmland.
Ooh.
What? The
It's a platypus.
creature?
It's a giant platypus.
Yeah.
Well,
So
because Ember was from Westwick, so I know the area.
but Brina wasn't.
Brandon does not. So,
And there are groves of trees and kind of all of this nicely tilled farmland. As you begin to get closer to the structures you can see that makes up the city of Westwick proper. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Alright.
As you guys make your way into Westwick.
As we get to Concord.
Yes.
I'd like to roll to find treasure. I got a 20. Just to find treasure, you know, in case there's just like
just in case
treasure.
there's some around.
Roll me a d20, please.
Alright. 28!
Hey!
Look at that.
Shit.
Sometimes you gotta find treasure, you know?
Sometimes you do.
Roll me 2d4.
Ooh. 3, 1, 4.
So as you're searching for treasure,
I just look around.
like a little like box floating, just boonk.
Oh, shit. This is exactly what I was looking for.
There are 4 potions of healing in this.
Oh,
treasure
shit.
box.
Whoa!
I just had a sense.
You're so smart.
Pat's so fucking confused right now.
What?
Oh, just look at your face right now. You're just like, you know what he did, right?
You looked for.
Never mind. He didn't get it. It's a fine internet. We'll see you guys next week.
Almost. Yes, internet. It's been great. So this is my treasure, but I will share it with you guys.
Oh, you're so nice.
Red will take one as well. You guys, I'll be back tomorrow building the Bloodstorm Blade class from 3.5's Tome of Battle, or at least attempting to, in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons on Ifil's character. And then Sunday will be Mistress of Modules number 3, part 2, continuation of Rats of Waterdeep.
Ooh.
So very cool stuff. And the rest of the Gen Con, PAX East footage will be coming out shortly. So
Very
you
cool.
guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Love you, internet.
Bye, internet.